go.
What?
Well, hello and welcome. Welcome, adventurers.
Those jingle bells.
Greetings, adventurers.
It's the holiday spirit. Boopity boop.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool.
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding.
we are
Holiday.
Christmased
Wow,
out.
look at this.
Yes.
Yeah, can we do Madonna's Holiday? Is that a
Christmas
Christmas?
hasn't even
Is that a
started
holiday
yet.
song?
Peter, you glitter, don't you?
Dude,
You
I'm
have
glittered.
glitter on your face, don't
I,
you?
I just raided my wife Jean's makeup closet, whatever you call it,
I just
box,
see the glitter now.
and I glittered. Dude, I am on fire right
You
now.
look like you motorboated in glitter.
I
like,
just
Wow.
boat, you son of a bitch. You better believe I
Right.
did.
I mean, right off the bat, and we're off. Well,
Look at that.
welcome to the
Look at
role
that.
players, everybody. There's going to be some motorboat and son of a bitchin' happening tonight as we celebrate the wonderful holidays. And this is a very special role players tonight. If you've seen any of our announcements, we're doing a big fundraiser for Extra Life. And if you don't know Extra Life, they unite thousands of gamers from around the world to raise money. They play games to raise money, specifically to support their local Children's Miracle Network hospital, which, while that sounds like a mouthful, it is a great cause. So, and especially during the holidays. So every follow tonight, every cheer, every subscription, and of course donations to the link, which you'll see in the chat, go to this Extra Life charity. We've raised 105 already.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay.
We started this last
Wow.
week with a donation per follower, and we're already at 105. So let's hit that $500 mark and help these kids in the holidays.
Yes.
What was that word again, Jed? Donations?
Donations. Let me have a little more.
this might
Let me
be
have a little
a-
more Christmas bourbon.
Yeah, this might be a bad Santa episode, if you know what I'm saying.
This very well could be.
There's always that risk. Yeah,
Um,
there's always that risk.
I want to welcome back our very special friend, Cicero Holmes.
Oh, we're friends?
Oh, okay.
guys.
Yeah, I forgot to memo you about that. Cicero is my best friend in the world,
Yes.
as of right now.
You had no choice in the matter.
Yeah, you've been assigned.
Mine.
Yes.
But we're stoked to
what
see.
That's what I pulled out of the Secret Santa.
You're like, oh.
Oh.
Oh, listen to that. Well, hello. Thank you, our first new subscriber. Thank you. And we have special holiday alerts as well, and they're extremely adorable. So
Ooh,
we're all going to want to keep doing that because we just want to see that the whole time.
yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm not sharing my audio for you guys. You guys didn't even hear that. So hold on a second.
Well, that's
that's-
So while you're doing that, I'll vamp by saying, first off, it's great to be back with friends. Missed you guys. I hope I was missed. So
Dude,
I'm
indubitably.
very happy to be here. But also, I'm super happy to be doing this for Extra Life. For those of you who may know me, my partner's son has he's had health issues since he was very young. And as a result, we've been dealing with the Children's Miracle Network and Children's Hospital here in Chicago since he was 8 years old. So they do incredible work. So at any time that I have the chance to give back and to help people understand how important they are in helping children and helping us, I'm all here for it. So whatever you guys can give, it goes to the best, not even a
For
great,
children.
the best.
Oh,
Wow.
One of the best charities ever.
well said. Well said. Yeah.
Thank you.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
Did we
this.
know that? Is that why we picked this particular cause, or is that just kismet?
No, I mean, no, it is Kismet, and look at that.
Wow,
And
that's cool.
Marty coming in with a host of one. Thank you, Marty. We love it every
Right.
time.
Thank you, Marty.
Oh,
And
thank
we-
you, Marty.
So
Marty, Great Scott.
and I got to show you my ugly sweater.
go.
Yeah. So happy human holiday here.
Oh,
If you're a Rick and Morty
look at that.
fan.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I actually also ordered a Beholder, my D&D Beholder ugly sweater from China, like over a month ago. It never showed up. paid extra for
Of
expedited
course,
shipping.
it will
Never-
take another 2 months. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I'll get it hopefully for next
Take
next
total.
year's holiday one
And
shot.
then they send you
You'll
a
get it for
scarf with
Groundhog
it.
Day.
Yeah,
You may
exactly.
not even get a sweater. You might get pants instead. That
That's right.
happens also.
Oh, I got
So,
I got
look,
ugly sweater
it's
gloves.
It's a fun. It's like a Pandora's box.
Yeah,
There
seriously.
you go.
All
But
right,
it-
I'm rocking.
Santa! I know him.
I know him.
I know him.
Like a good worker in Santa's workshop, I just have a nice pledge.
Oh yeah, you're.
You're Santa's wood chopper.
That, yep.
Right.
That's what I've been doing all day.
Sexy, the sexy
Santa's
lumberjack.
elf. I love it. I
There
love
is
it.
nothing like a sexy Santa's elf lumberjack.
Lumberjacky.
Absolutely.
Lumberjacky.
I just hit the tree and it falls. Yeah.
Like it,
That's
just
how
like
easy it is.
I love it. I love it. I'm so stoked.
You just need a glass of CC, little Canadian club.
There you go.
So I don't remember which one of you are doing the announcements of our two sponsors before we jump in to tonight.
I'll do it.
Do it.
Ow.
Run.
You're ready?
Awesome.
Okay.
Run
I'll
with
take
it.
the other one. Whichever
I'm
Zara
Ron
takes, I'll
Burgundy.
take the other
Oh
one.
yeah. Okay. Zara, you do one, and Gabby do the other one.
Okay, awesome. So I am going to remind you that one of our awesome sponsors is Skull Splitter Dice. Splitter. And they have all kinds of folk and awesome dice because really honestly the die that you're throwing does matter and we all know that, and so it's the perfect way to give gifts to people, low expense item with a lot of impact, and there is a special promo code that you can use from the role players that will get you 15% off. Who doesn't like saving money?
Oh yeah.
That one is
No one, literally no one.
TRP.
Well, is it the dice that make the player, or the player makes the dice?
Both.
I mean, I like to
Harry-
think of it as a
Harry-
symbiosis, right? Like, what player doesn't put a little thought into the significance of the dice,
Oh,
right?
come on.
Or
Yeah.
doesn't, like, even when you don't, that's kind of like a conscious choice that the dice don't have meaning. I think there's no such thing as accident when it comes to the dice.
And even people who do that, like they come around and then they're like, "Ooh, don't fail me." And then I've seen that. I've seen
So,
that.
for your personalized dice or your gift of personalized dice to a friend, consider Thrill Studios and use the TRP
No,
code.
Skull Splitter.
Sorry, consider Thrill Studios and use the role players code TRP15
Still Skull Splitter.
and save more money.
we got
But
some
that was a
holiday.
very nice segue.
Yes, exactly. Set you up
sponsor.
nicely, Gabriella.
Very nice setup. Thank you, Zara. I'm picking up what you are putting down, and I'm going to give you the experience of Thrill Studios, which are our other sponsor. They make incredible minis of all shapes and sizes. I mean, and what's the biggest size? I don't know, like this much. It's not that
They
much.
got some big ones.
But
They got
they're
some
great. I guess they have some big
200
ones. Never
millimeters
mind. But they're great for stocking stuffers, and they're great for your any tabletop role-playing game that you do. You should totally check them out. They have unpainted minis, painted minis, and especially with our promo code TRP15, you can save 15% and have a great Christmas. Just buy a bunch of them. Have a hobbying day, painting day. You can just use them for whatever it is you would like for your gaming needs, and just share the joy of gaming with your friends.
Love it.
Here.
Take it in the bath with your rubber ducky and just
There you go.
do your thing.
So thank you both for
And here
that.
we go.
And I'm so excited for this. First of all, to support Extra Life and have this wonderful charity stream, and
Very awesome.
and probably kill all you guys tonight. And so I think in the name of charity,
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Right. Oh, that was a great movie. Punishment
Right?
is necessary.
That is a fun
Punishment
movie.
is good.
that one I don't think I've seen.
Oh man, it's terrible. You need to see it.
Okay,
Awful.
I'll put it on the also list. All right, well, I think that's it. I think we're ready to jump in tonight. So everybody, grab your holiday cheer, sit back, and tell your friends that we're on. Have them come over and throw a few dollars for Extra Life. Again, everything on the show tonight goes to Extra Life charity. So. Really appreciate it.
Here's to the kids.
Off the bat. For the kids. It's for the kids.
I am feeling the spirit
Literally,
tonight.
for the kids.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the spirit.
Here. All right. So let me start
Jingle,
some music. Oh, not the battle music yet. Let's start with this.
Oh yeah.
Let's do this.
I just wanted to share, by the way, while we're doing that?
Mm-hmm.
I have made a, it's called a Happy Holiday, and I invented it. And it's single malt scotch with a splash of amaretto and candy cane bits with a piece of ice, and it's actually pretty yummy.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Amaretto is my favorite liquor.
Azar does make fantastic drinks. She comes up with some doozies.
Yeah.
She really does.
Wow.
It's one of my things. But yeah, I highly recommend it.
That sounds amazing.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
All right, can you guys hear the music, by the way?
Incredible.
No. You can?
I can a little,
faintly.
and I have very bad hearing. So.
Okay, I've turned it up a little.
There we go.
I don't know why
Cicero, can I ask, do you have like a VR set on your head? That's really
no, that's how I was made. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, what kind are you? Which generation?
We shall see.
I'm the newest generation.
He's the latest shit.
Yeah, you will find out. You will
Well,
find out soon.
See. I cannot wait.
Right.
I'm excited.
All right, everyone.
Oh yes, I can hear that lovely.
Okay. Ashley, let us know if
that's very
if
cute.
the audio is good on your end. I feel like all the audio levels like just suddenly hit different levels, so we'll figure it
A
out.
hot
Christmas
sweet
miracle.
potato
Yes.
for your holiday spirit.
All right, I was wondering what you were eating there. Okay, well,
Right.
all right. So, everyone, a glowing moon darts in and out of view as thick clouds shoot by. We hear the soft jingle of bells carried on the night air, followed by a hearty ho, ho, ho. Santa's sleigh streaks across the sky. Snow-capped mountains pass underneath as the reindeers pull the sleigh. Santa, a merry gleam in his eyes, a huge smile on his face, grips the reins as he navigates through the clouds. The back of the sleigh is just laden with a huge sack of presents. On top, several toys unwrapped and ready to be deposited in front of the Christmas tree. Include a glorious nutcracker, an exquisite Russian nesting doll, a state-of-the-art VR headset, and the latest Lego medieval castle, complete with drawbridge, minis on the ramparts, vaguely similar to Helm's Deep, but we don't have the licensing for that, so it's like that. It's like that. In all, it's just the perfect Christmas scene. Until materializing out of the clouds behind Santa, a high-tech plane tails the sleigh. In the cockpit, we see a woman, striking purple hair, state-of-the-art aviator goggles, and a maniacal look in her eyes. Santa notices, turns around. Ho, 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 no! How? Then suddenly, the jet fires some kind of weapon as two nets fly through the air. The first one wraps around the reindeers, pulling tight. The second around Santa himself. And we see these cables snaking back to the plane, wildly flapping in the air. Santa just has time to turn around to the sack of toys. You see his hands start to glow with this red, swirling, glittering energy that shoots out at the toys right before Santa and the reindeer get sucked into the jet. You see a cargo hold opens up and they get sucked inside. It closes and the sleigh starts to lose speed and starts to fall. And then suddenly, a missile streaks out from the jet, hits the sleigh. Boom! The sleigh explodes in a burning mass of toys and presents. And as these all fall down smoking to the ground, you see as the plane dives in this incredible speed, heading like it's going to smash right into the mountains below. At the last second, the thrusts kick on and it turns and spins. It looks like the side of the mountain opens up. You see landing lights inside, and it slowly lowers, hovers, and backs into the mountain as the mountain once again is whole. As the last toys plop into the snow on the side of this mountain, leaves nothing but this chill wind as it pushes snow over the wreckage. For a long moment, that's all that happens. Then a soft red glow forms around a nutcracker, the nutcracker we saw from before, miraculously unscathed. However, he's stuck head down in snow, and his little legs are wiggling as he tries to free himself. Finally, he pops out and looks around. Peter, want to tell us what we see?
Well, yeah, you see a very disconcerted nutcracker. My name's G.T. Tinselton. Little bit of a resume here is I got kicked out of the Nutcracker suite because, well, hey, I got an affliction for nuts. I'm talking Brazilian nuts, walnuts, pine nuts, pistachios. You name it, I crunch them. And, maybe I stole a few nuts, maybe not. But, hey, that's beside the point. Right now, I got myself onto Santa's sleigh. I'm talking Santa's sleigh. I got a couple restraining orders against me going to the North Pole, but the sleigh does not count. And, well, I miss Santa so much. I love him. And now I'm on the side of a cliff here in the snow. And I just brushed some snow on my arm because I love snow. And I suck in some Crystal Delight, some real cold delight. My head freezes and I'm just ready to go. Who else is with me? I start digging through because I knew I saw some other toys here.
And
you notice, all alone.
And GT, you notice nearby the Russian nesting doll slowly begins to glow. Her case is partially open and you can see exposing the other dolls within, and slowly it closes up on its own. Gabriella, want to tell us what we see?
Yes, I would love to tell you that. My name is Romashka. I am the mother, the proud mother of 3 beautiful children who work with me at the Santa lab, as we call it. It is his workshop, but we call it the lab. I love my children so much, and I live for them. I do have an empty nester mentality, and I'm so afraid to lose them, so I will never, ever let them go. And if they do, then if someone ever threatens them, then they will deal with Romashka and with her rolling pin and the hot borscht that I will put on their head. But in the meantime, I would love for you to meet my amazing children here. So she opens up she screws herself and first comes out, how's it going? My name is Bombashka. I am the best here bomber. And she pulls out like this grenade. And at the same time, I work in a band. I'm going to be the best lady in town and in the world, traveling it with my band. But if you are to touch my mother and my family, I'm going to wreak some havoc and have some fun. And right as she says that, she spins a little bit, and right underneath come out these beautiful wings, kind of like angel wings. And this beautiful, like a little smaller nesting doll that looks like an angel comes out. And she just looks so innocent and cute. And she goes, and my name is Anushka, and I am the angel child. My mother loves me so much. I'm third in line, but she said that she wished she had me first. Shh. I protect and I love. And if someone ever deals and messes with my family, I don't promise it's going to end well. And then the wings open up, and the last one that comes out is this little mischievous boy with a little hat like tilted to the side, and he goes, and my name is Bob. They call me Bob because I really love American names and I wanted to have one, so I told my mother I'm not going to be named Bogdan, I'm going to be called Bob. Bob is really good at parkour, and parkour is my life, everybody. And Romashka goes, okay, children, okay, we've taken enough time. I know. Oh, they love attention so much. Come on. And she opens up and they just all like jump in, nest in. Okay, everybody, there's borscht inside. It's in the oven. Okay. Where are we? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's cold out here.
And Romashka, хорошо, as you look around,
I talk a lot, I know.
you see another red glow. It's almost immediately drowned out, though, by a strong blue light. A logo on the side of a VR headset glows in the darkness. The straps form themselves into legs and arms. And Cicero, why don't you tell us what we see?
In a world where things are not as they seem, when Christmas is in trouble, the reality is virtual. So you need Viri. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Oh.
This is Viri, the VR headset. And as he talks, there are eyes that pop up on the VR headset, and he's very, very emotive with his eyebrows, very strong eyebrows that will come up, and they're almost, it's funny because this is a VR headset, it's state of the art, but his eyebrows are very 8-bit. They're very blocky, and they just move like, remember the old school LED games where you could see where all the mapping was? You can see kind of that his eyebrows they go slanted in, they're straight, and then they raise. And that is those are
those are his settings.
Those are his settings.
I love it.
And then he's got blocks for eyes. They're just two big dot matrix eyes that are in there, and they'll just like disappear as he blinks.
Amazing. All right. Finally, a patch of snow nearby the three of you begins to glow red, like underneath. And then a tiny head pops up out of the snow, and then another, and 5 in all of these little like Lego heads looking around. And then suddenly they start lifting up, and the snow around them is starting to bulge, and this Lego contraption comes out of the snow. And Azar, tell us what we see.
I'm Legolas, and I have a medieval castle with 5 minions who can go out and attack if needed. And there's a drawbridge that goes up and down, and we can build anything. I don't have to be a castle. I can be other stuff too. All we have to do is start building. What do you want to build? We can do it. Just let me know.
Damn, you're as wired as I am. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's Christmas. I mean, how can you not be excited right now? It's Christmas.
Well, you're right, Legolas. I mean, it is Christmas. It's Christmas. I mean, can you deal with it? I got tears in my wooden eyes. Speaking of wood, hey, egg lady, wooden egg lady, are you all right? I saw like pieces of you come out. I mean, I'm a little traumatized and stuff. Is that supposed to happen?
Oh, sweetheart, of course it's supposed to happen. You have not seen nesting doll in your life?
I gotta be honest, I don't get a lot out of my area, so no.
Where your house
is your area,
full.
Sweetheart? Are you lost? Where do you live?
Well, shit,
help?
I mean, I'm on the side of a mountain in this wonderful snow. Damn, and I just line up another line of this crystal snow and just ice myself, and I'm just wired, man. I mean, we're on the side of a mountain. I was in Santa's sleigh. Is that where you came from? Was in his goods, man. I got this close to Santa, this close, and now I just got ejected in this stuff. Hey, what are you? What's that little thing on your head with the eyes? Wow, look at them things. What is that?
When technology is first, you must see it.
Listen to that voice, man.
When you're trying to find your way, you can always find your way, very specially in reality, virtual reality.
That
coming soon.
Sir, excuse
to
me,
a
I have
Christmas
one
tree
question.
near you.
Why do you sound like Big Bad Wolf outside my house? My children are scared, sir. Don't do that.
Don't be afraid. Fear is nothing but something to be conquered.
There's another one, man. You are full of wisdom.
Yes. Wisdom and pictures. Pictures that take you to far-off lands.
Pictures?
Lands that will allow you to see the mountains or the rivers.
Oh, wait. Hey, guys, I think he's just like on a recording and he just like programmed to say shit. I mean, don't say that out loud. I want him to feel bad or anything, but, you know, we could be dealing with this all day.
He's imagining it, maybe. My children are like this. They imagine things all day long. One imagines skulls and lightning. The other one imagines heaven. The other one imagines tall buildings. It's okay. They're children.
Right. I mean, I just imagine nuts in my mouth all day long. I mean, crunch, man, crunch. Hey, Legolas.
Hey, now.
Yeah. What?
Hey, so what is your clan? What's going on over there with all them Legos?
Oh. I have a drawbridge and it can go down and it can go up and I have turrets and I have 5 guys with bows and arrows and they can shoot them. They're real. They spring back and then they bang arrows. But if you want, I can change it to anything else you want.
Oh, well, I think, hey, did anybody know what happened? I mean, the next thing, we're all cozy toys in Santa's sleigh and in his bag there. And, you know, I could smell Santa. I love the smell of Santa. It's like cinnamon apples and a little bit of ash, you know, and just like good spirit. And now I don't smell it and I'm freaking out, man. And we got to get Santa back. Where the hell are we, man?
As you say that, and all of you, you hear this noise, this and you look over and one of the trees near you seems to separate and raise up and you see this polished silver sphere inside and this thing comes out and it looks like very much like a camera lens and it starts and it's scanning and it's almost to you guys. What do you do?
Duck under the snow again.
Okay.
Romashka just like opens sideways and Bombashka comes in with a bomb. She's like, where are you? Huh? What are you going to do? What? There, right there. And she just throws the bomb at the thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
Just, like, hides under her mother. And her mother is like, oh, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do?
All right, roll.
What did you do?
Roll an attack. I'm going to have such a hard time keeping a straight face tonight. I'm loving everything. All of you, by the way, get a holiday inspiration because your intros were bomber. So everybody gets an inspiration. So that's a re-roll if you need it. Well done, everyone.
I got 15.
15.
I got a 15.
Okay, so she goes out and you see she's got like instantly lit bomb and just like, and throws it. Beautiful, just arcs right through the air. This child has spent a lot of time with bombs because it's like the fuse goes down so that it's timed perfectly. It arcs through the air. It hits right next to the lens, but before the lens swivels around, just explodes. You see little sparks fly out and the top of the tree goes and like starts to like try to collapse down. You see whatever mechanism controls it is broken and it just severs the camera and closes shut, and then the camera piece falls down into the snow.
Ooh. Wow. And I kind of like I knock on the piece of wood and I'm like, good job, Молодец. Good job, Manushka. Did so well. But what happened? I did not tell her to do this. Don't judge my motherly.
No, it's really good.
Out of stress, I take out like a pot of borscht and I'm like, it's all good. Everything's okay. Anybody want any borscht? Borscht, anyone?
When your house
See you later. Thanks.
is full of dolls
Oh, okay, it's full for me.
and there are big lines for the bathroom, sometimes Ramishka's kids are ready for war.
Man, hey, listen, I don't want to put any pressure on you, Very, But if you could come up with something for me, some kind of like a wisdom theme song and stuff, you don't have to do it now. I don't want you to put it, but that would make my life, man. I just have not gotten over getting kicked out of the Nutcracker Suite, and something to boost my confidence would be fantastic. I just don't want to beg about it. Okay, I'll be quiet. Thanks.
And I immediately take 2 pieces of my turrets and I like click them onto the front of my tower, and so they look like skis, and then I start kind of like poles skiing towards the camera, and I'm like looking over all of it to see if there are any pieces I can salvage to use for additional building, any like hinges or like just parts that might come in handy.
Yeah, I tell you what, we didn't talk about this, but we're gonna create a Lego roll for you. So roll a d20, and let's see how successful you are in your build.
All right.
Performance check.
That's a 16.
Oh yeah, like beautiful. You guys, you hear click, 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 and you see the pieces kind of magically lift off and rearrange and swirl, and things deposited, and all of a sudden she's got like the 2 skis. And the gears for the drawbridge are now in the middle, and looks like it's kind of like creates like a snowmobile effect where it could churn through the snow and propel it. And all little guys are on the turrets like, yeah, let's go. And as that's happening, you look behind, you hear another noise, and there's a rock this is like a little bit further away, maybe like 100 feet away. You see the rock raises up, and it's got these like 4 hydraulic arms, and then these little legs sprout out, and this robotic spider starts going through the snow, and you see this red laser is like scanning, and it's making its way towards you. What are you guys doing?
So Veery sees this thing coming towards them, and he says,
Sometimes the best thing to do is turn your back on a problem.
And he turns around, and in his goggles is a vision of what they would see, what the spiders would see if there was nothing there. So he uses his pass-through function and his virtual reality to create a reality that is not real.
Okay, go ahead.
An illusion.
Roll your d20 and let's see if it works.
It does not work. A 3.
Well, hold on a second. This is a contested roll.
Okay.
It does not work.
Right.
but I'll say.
Wait a minute! I have my inspiration.
You have your Santa inspiration.
You do, yes. but before you use that, you're getting a DM. Although I am Christmas Master tonight, not a Dungeon Master. I'm the Christmas Master. CM. So it's a CM. A little like bonus here. This thing is still 100 feet away, and you can see that it's scanning. It's definitely coming your direction, but it's scanning slowly. Like whatever kind of uplink that you tried didn't work. You probably have some time. And just to paint this scene, you are probably like 300 feet or so away from the side of the mountain that opened up where the jet disappeared. You all saw it as you fell through the sky, enter the mountain. What would you like to do?
Well, let's look. I want to look for that entrance, man. I want to look for that entrance, and yeah.
Okay.
Inspiration, Christmas spirit. We can add our Christmas spirit if we want.
Yeah.
Adventurers.
All right. I'm going to look for this. I'm going to look for the entrance and a way to go in.
Okay, so you all watch as GT starts his little wooden legs, leaving his cute little footprints for his wooden feet through the snow as he's running off towards the entrance. What are the rest of you doing?
So you're saying that this thing that's coming, it has little limbs, right? It's like robotic?
It is, yeah.
Okay. So as soon as Legolas started, maneuvering with her structures, and as soon as this thing came along, from within Ramashka, you hear like, So she starts to like kind of move. She tilts sideways and open. He's like, oh no, what are you doing? And then Bombashka tilts sideways. She's like, what the heck are you doing? And then the little Anushka, whatever.
What are my children's names?
What are you doing? And so the little Bob comes out. He's like, oh, I'm so excited. Yes, I want to play. Mommy, can I play? Mommy. And she's like, okay, yes, you can play. So he just jumps out and goes nuts and goes to Legolas and he goes, okay, how can I help? I used to help Santa in his workshop. I love doing this stuff. Please and then he turns and sees the thing that comes toward, like the robotic thing that's like approaching, and he kind of like cracks his knuckles, gets excited, gets ready, just like shimmies a little bit and just like pew, like shoots towards that thing and attempts to mount it in order to like look at what it's doing and start to like dismember limbs.
Okay.
With some awesome parkour moves.
Okay. Roll the d20 and tell me what you got.
Okay. That was a 3.
Oh. So this thing is a lot more advanced than you think. And as he like runs, jumps in the air, you see one of the limbs, just like a spider leg, lifts up, and then the leg splits in two and catches in the air and holds him. And you see there's like a laser light that was scanning before. There's another one that starts to light up. And oh, okay, but he's squiggling so much the laser shoots right between his legs, just missing. And now I'm gonna freeze it. What are the rest of you doing as you see this?
So Veery sees what's happening. He's gonna make a different attempt to try and save the day. Veery he runs up to go and save Bob by casting Ray of Sickness on the spider with the laser.
Okay.
And when you're a VR headset, Ray of Sickness is you putting the VR headset on someone's eyes and putting them in the most incredible, like if you've ever watched somebody, the VR roller coasters, that's what it is. Okay. So it's a VR roller coaster and that the creature has to watch.
Oh. And we just got a $25 donation from, I think, our very own KP. KP, thank you. And all the follows and the subscriptions are going to that pot. So thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Thank you.
You know, I'd say this is more of a save than a roll, because you run over and kind of jump through the air and spin around and attach onto, you can see its ocular kind of camera there at the front.
Right.
Oh,
well, yeah. I rolled a 26.
Yeah. Yes.
What?
So as it tries to dodge out of the way.
I'm sorry, a 22. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Not a 26.
That's actually, crazy. I rolled pretty well too. I'm making a lot of these contested, and we're making a lot of this up as we go. That's fine.
All right.
I rolled an 18 for the contest, so it was tough. This thing is really, really fast, got a high agility, but you're just like, boom, you smack down, your straps lock around and hold it in, and then you start playing. And as Bob is squiggling and trying to get out, and the hands are starting to kind of crush him too, you see for a moment, like it looks like what, he just strapped himself to it, and then the thing starts shaking, and you see little sparks start to shoot out, and then it's just, and the little like processor in the back just explodes, and Bob flops down to the ground, and this thing is done.
Oh, look what I did, Mommy! Look what I did! And he kind of like dusts himself off and just walks up to the Lego. Can we play some Legos?
Yes, come on, jump on. And I like have my snowplow wheel set, and I'm like, hop on if you want, and you too, Veery, if you want. And they're all in my little like snowmobile, which is this little that is kind of able to get through the snow with the I've created like snowplow front, which helps plow through, and then the little motor wheel for my drawbridge. It just does what it needs, and we're kind of helping on the side while taking the arrows from my little men, and they kind of help like a rowboat, and we can make our way.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah, cross country skiing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Help.
Okay.
Drawbridge goes.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. So you all jump on and you actually expand a little bit in the moment as they're like going to jump on. You see, and it flattens out a little bit, extends, so there's enough room for everybody, and you just see the little like snow shooting up behind as you kind of chug on through the snow. And after, not long at all, you are roughly at where you saw the plane enter. And the trees and all of the other kind of vegetation, even though it's all snowed and frosted and everything, that's all behind you. Here it's just rocky, snowy mountain. Tell me what you like to do.
Can we see an entrance of any sort? Does it look like there are any footprints that just kind of disappear?
Why don't you, anybody who wants to roll a perception check, go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Look around, everybody.
Go ahead.
Go around.
Go
I
ahead.
gotta
Christmas, everybody.
roll. What's my modifier?
Going
What's my
out.
modifier?
Just
here?
no modifier, just roll straight.
11.
Just roll. 6. I got a
16.
16. Romashka, you're really enjoying this ride. You're like, this Lego thing is really cool, and you
I've
haven't.
never been on something like this.
You've seen Legos in the workshop, but you haven't really had a chance to interact with them. And there is something a little different about all of you that you feel inside, since Santa casts some kind of magic on all of you, which you're going to discover as you go on. But you feel like this warmth and happiness spreading through you, especially now that you've all teamed up and you're going to save Christmas. So, but that was a bad roll. And Cicero, what'd you get? You got
16. 16.
I'm
16.
just blissfully unaware. Like,
Yeah.
No.
Anybody else looking?
11.
Legolas?
Oh.
I did not roll.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just churning through the snow and you're not paying
Yeah,
attention.
Hey, she's the driver, man.
Again.
She
I know,
is
2 double 16s. Okay. Well,
running the sled.
all right. So, Legolas, because you're kind of the first one on the scene, as you're literally the front of this, and you're looking through the eyes of all your people, and Viri, you kind of switch into like an augmented reality, and we can go in and we see through your eyes that you see the normal mountain, then suddenly it's like, there's like lines coming off, and
There's
it's
an infrared
evaluating,
mode.
and it's like, yeah.
Right.
And it was like,
So
and then-
Viri has an infrared mode.
oh, well, there you go. And then it
Oh.
Yeah.
it switches to infrared, and you scan over, and you can see under the snow and rock, there are traces of these like heat patterns that you can see must have been the skids for the door that opened up inside. And there's one like area that's glowing a bit brighter on your thermal, that is down and to the left of where that opening looked like it was.
So Viri walks over to that area, and he looks back at his friends, and he says, "I am very perceptive." Leans on the what he assumed to be a switch, and tries to activate that switch to open the door.
Okay, so you go over. I tell you what, roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. All right. That is an 18.
I mean, this is what Viri's here for, everybody. You go over and you lean, and that doesn't do anything, and you take a step back and you tilt your head, and you like flip through a couple different modes, and you're scanning the terrain. And you're like, and you reach in, and your hands, or the straps become hands, click and pull, and you see this bit of, it looks like solid rock and snow, but it's fake. And it lifts up, and you see these little hydraulic arms, and underneath is like a keypad, and a key card slot, and like a little like a jack, kind of reminiscent of like an R2, you know.
Right. Okay.
Astromech droid. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
When
as
the
that
time
happens,
comes, you need all of your friends to make things happen. And a mountain and secret passageway near you.
There it is again.
This always in my life. I want this kind of narration on everything I do
know,
ever.
Right? I'm seeing the same thing.
Time comes to pull yourself out of bed in the morning, get coffee, help your kids get to online school.
One woman.
One woman, one task.
one day.
Wow.
Your kids educated.
We're gonna write a movie right now, y'all. Okay.
Right, yeah, right.
Well, as this happens, Romashka again like flips. She's so used to this at this point that her children just pop out. She's like, okay, and flips sideways. And Bombashka just comes out. She's like, this is sick. This looks so good. And she takes out her guitar and she's like, so sick. Yeah. And Romashka's like, okay, enough. Whew, and takes out the borscht and just starts like stress eating again. Stop it. So
And I don't know how you do it. Just like one of me inside me is enough. I don't know how you do it. Like four. How many?
Oh, you'll see when you have three. Oh, you want some borscht?
Inside you. Hey, let me tell. Hey, here's a nice little joke you can tell those little kids of yours. Hey, what do you call sheep who do the Nutcracker? Ballerinas. That's just something for the kids. That's just something for the kids.
And then all of them come out like,
Yeah.
and then, oh, this was so funny. And Romashka is like, stop. Okay. Shall we go?
Hey, are we going in?
Yaviri.
GT Tinseltown is dad jokes.
Yes. Take away that. No, I'm just kidding. Viri, with that investigation roll, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Legolas. What'd you say?
Oh no, there's just a minor commentary that in my opinion, holiday season was made for dad jokes.
I mean,
Yes.
it kind of was. It kind of was.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Because
Yeah.
they're all clean and sweet and silly.
Right, yeah. It's like
I love it.
really that's what I kind of need at holiday.
I totally agree. But Viri, you as this is all going on around you, you're focusing in, and you like one of your wires, which was not possible before, but you now it's like there's a little bit of change in you. It just like pops out, still connected, goes down into that port, and as GT cracks that joke and all the kids come out laughing, you all hear suddenly, and you just let it open enough for you all to pass inside, and you see these blinking lights of a landing strip inside.
And Romashka is just about to open again, and you just hear, this is... Stop, no. No. She like adjusts herself.
All right, so
Very nice, very bright, kind of warm. I like it.
And
Before we
boom,
go
it
in, I'm
starts
just
to
gonna
go
grab-
down again.
we're going. I'm going.
All right, GT goes in. For the rest of you, it's halfway closed. You all going in?
Come on.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. I'm like walking in.
Is there ever any doubt?
Yes.
Okay.
Viri, you were the last one in. You just pull your strap in last second, Indiana Jones style, before the thing's
grab
like,
my hat. Yes. Grab. Yes.
and you take this moment and you look around. You're in a very high-tech landing strip. You see those lights go down, and sitting about like 60 feet away is that jet that you saw that came out of the clouds before them. Took Santa, and it's just kind of cooling. You see just this mist and steam coming off the engines. And there's a spiral staircase but all metal at the very far side. Everything in here is super techy, super metal. All of you feel a little bit like, you're from the North Pole. You're used to nature and and kind of the just the natural things, and it's just so stark. Even you, Viri, like it just so stark and bright blue white light in here. And tell me what you all like to do. What do you want to do?
I'm going to look around real quick.
Yeah.
And see if it's okay, and then I'm just going to kind of sneak over to the stairs.
Okay, why don't you roll a stealth check for me? What are the rest of you doing? And while they're telling me that, I forgot to tell everybody that when we win and if, and hopefully we hit 800 followers tonight, we are giving something back to all of you. We have a giveaway.
All right.
KP, tell the viewers what the giveaway is, because I don't actually know, but it's amazing. And she'll tell you in the chat.
Exciting regardless.
It's so exciting. It's lots of stuff. So look in the chat for those details. She's rolling her eyes at me right now. It's okay. So if you haven't followed us yet, follow us. That equals giving to the kids and a chance for everybody to win. So sorry, I forgot to say that before.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so GT sneaking off. What are the rest of you doing?
I got an 18.
All right.
18.
So, yeah, Viri's still trying to assess the situation. Viri's his one weakness is low light settings. So if there isn't a lot of light, then Viri can't see well.
Okay.
So he is, and he does have the ability to produce his own light, but he does realize that the darkness may be their friend right now. So he is choosing not to. So he is pretty ineffective.
Okay.
So do I realize, do we kind of know that you're experiencing any difficulty with
he hasn't disclosed this information as of yet.
Disclosed information.
Right.
Okay. Well, as I'm kind of like clanking through, I see where we're at, and that this might have a lot to do with what just happened. So I just like knock on my shell, and I say, "Children, prepare yourselves to protect Mama." And then I just take out my rolling pin, and I kind of like tap it. I kind of like lean in, looking in a distance, and as I'm like leaning in, getting ready, the rolling pin itself, there are like 3 blades that just like.
Ooh.
Damn. Come out, wherever you are.
Okay.
And and I'm kind of like walking towards the actual like jet.
Oh, towards the jet. Okay. Are you going stealthy, normal? What do you? How's your?
As stealthy. I'm doing it as stealthy as I can on
with
my
your,
wooden base. So I'm like.
Oh. King.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can wobble, but they don't fall down.
And I say, Gigi, what do you see? Do you need anything? Do you need any help? What can I do? Can you see anything? What's going on in here?
Christmas Master, what the hell do I see?
All right. What'd you roll?
I rolled an 18.
Oh, an 18. All right. So you see, as you run past the jet, you look and you see that the cargo area that Santa and the reindeer were loaded in is now open with a platform that had lowered down to the deck, and it's now empty. And there is a cockpit door on the side as well, with this little like metal ladder that extended out of it, and that looks like it's empty. You make your way past the jet, and you see this metal spiraling staircase that goes up about 20 feet and disappears into the ceiling above. You can hear all these like computer noises around you, and you see a bunch of lights. It's just it's like techno too much, you know. It feels like a starship in here. So far you don't see there are no robots or anything in here, but then you spot a sensor as you start, like you make the stairs and you look at your new friends, and you see the sensor on the far side that's on like the inside of the big door on the side of the mountain, and it snaps on. You see this glowing red laser. It's another scanner, and it's like this flat beam is just scanning everything, and it starts at the top, and you see it going down the stairs, hitting the vertical stabilizers of the plane and the rest of the plane, and it's coming down. It's about to hit you. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go into my nice leather pouch there. I'm gonna pull out a pistachio. I'm gonna crunch that and spit that thing right at this sensor.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna crack the nut, let the shells go, and I'm gonna let fire that little kernel.
All right, do it. Roll for it. Roll for it. Let's see. Thank you for these follows. Those are for the kids.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
We're gonna update.
for
We're
the
gonna update
kids.
our donation counter at the break to reflect all of this lovely goodness. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. All right. What'd you get, JT?
Do I get a bonus? Do I get a bonus?
Right, for all the follows.
Yeah, sure. Let's. You get a +1. Why not?
All right, no, I'll just take that straight. I'll take that +1 and tuck it into my little pocket here. I got a 17. A 17.
17.
Yeah, 17. No problem. So.
Damn.
The rest of you are
Hail
trying to
Mary
like
pistachios.
sneak it. Look at all these lovely people. Thank you for the kids.
Oh my God, everyone.
For the puppies. For the puppies.
No, not puppies, kids. This is kids.
That's what I mean. They're just little puppy kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Same thing. For the real cute puppies.
right.
So GT, you turn and you start like sprinting, and you hear the rest of you hear ding, 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 ding as the metal feet hit the floor, and you pull out from your old pouch this nut, and you snap, and you crack, crunch, and the shell falls away, and you just spit this hard nut center, just hits that laser, and you see it just direct hit.
Okay, I got literally tears in my eyes because I have failed as a nutcracker soldier and got kicked out. And finally, I did something to help someone and help myself. I feel tremendous. I feel the spirit come alive. I feel blessed. I just turn around and look at these guys, and I'm just shaking my head, going, "I don't know what the hell just happened." But I bit into a nut. I didn't eat it. I sacrificed it, and bam, we're all set. Come over to me.
And
Come
goodness
over to me.
happened. We just got a $10 donation. We got a whole bunch of things that were going by there. I missed maybe
That's
some of
what
it,
happens.
but thank you
That's
all.
what
Them.
happens when you
Amazing.
spit a nut.
So yeah, you spit that nut, that sensor explodes, and the rest of you turn. It's like, whoa! It's this very cinematic shower of sparks falls from it, and Gigi's
So
standing there.
As that's happening,
All my children
right,
like come out
with
and
the,
we're like,
with the sparks falling around him, Viri turns to him and says,
When you need a hero, GT Tinseltown is here. GT Tinseltown is nothing but trouble.
I lose it.
Oh.
I hang on to the rail of the stairs and I'm crying and I can't handle it. And I can't help it. But I feel like I'm not a loser anymore. And I'm showing my emotion and I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not
And
afraid.
Bombashka just comes out. She doesn't care. Like Romashka's like, okay, here we go, and she's like, GD Tinseltown.
You all.
And Romashka just like comes up to you and she's like, Borscht, you deserved it. Would you like some?
You all are my family. I know we haven't met before, but you guys are like my best friends. And if you guys want a nut, I will crunch one and give you some.
I'll take you as my fourth child anytime. Anytime.
Whoa.
That is the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Whoa, and then I
Anytime.
immediately fashioned a catapult out of like what was one of my turrets and my drawbridge. So I'm like, look, listen, GT, if we come up with any other bad people, you can just put some of your nuts in this catapult and then we can pew, 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 and we get them.
Legolas, I would love to put my nuts in your catapult. I really would. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna try things with your nuts in my catapult.
Hey, I feel like we just won.
Oh yeah.
It seems like we
As
haven't
she's
done
up there
shit.
saying that, little Bob is like, what? And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Romashka's like, shh,
right, just covering his ears.
get in.
What about nuts? No.
There's a little red glow on the sides of Viri's face. He never realized that he could blush.
Yeah, and it's like it flashes
right
like
now.
not safe
Right.
for work.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They're just X's.
Yeah, exactly,
Where his eyes
exactly.
where his eyes would be.
Bob comes up and is like, what?
And I start feeling a little nut sensitive, and I start blushing.
Right.
And as you're all having this like beautiful, wonderful moment, you hear as one of the door at the top of the stairs opens, and you're all kind of behind the jet from this perspective, but you hear you see this robot at the top, and then another one comes behind it, and you hear, "Did you find anything? Negative, scanning." And you're, and oh well, that's a 2, so they don't see anything. And I'm like, "She's preparing the Santa. Let's return." The door shuts. What do you guys want to do? Yeah, you.
The names? Did we just hear the name of names?
Yeah, you heard. You
Into
heard it.
Santa.
That didn't sound very. That sounded foreboding. That sounded weird.
That sounded a little weird, didn't it? That sounded a little dangerous.
It sounded like some kind of a recipe or a concoction. That's just not right.
That is not right.
Santa in a sentence like that.
Hey, folks. Hey, folks, come on in and bring it in.
This one
Bring it in, team. Look at we got some trouble happening here. If these kids don't get toys like us at Christmas, I don't know if I can handle myself right now. I will sniff this entire mountain of snow if we cannot help these kids tonight. That's the most important thing, is these kids. They got to get toys to play with. There's a lot of sad kids in this world right now, and we got to make them happy. And for us to do that, we got to get Santa back on that sleigh.
I agree.
For adventurers
Yes.
need to find
Yes, we do.
the man,
Sorry.
the myth, the Santa. It is Operation Rescue Christmas.
Yes.
Coming soon.
And Romashka is she's so elated by this and so emotional that she like puts up the pot of borscht to Viri. Is like, "Borscht, you deserved it.
Hey,
Can
you
you
guys
even have it?"
you guys beyond hugs?
Oh,
Is that something you guys do?
I'm always open to hugs. It's just I hurt people a lot. My edges
all right.
are rough.
I'm
It's okay.
I'm made of wood. It doesn't even matter.
And we do
I can
like
just
a
get a
very
new paint
awkward,
job
like,
if I want.
yeah.
Your arms just
I
go
don't
out
have
straight.
hands, so I'm like,
Yeah, Legolas, you actually reform. You know, you often kind of snap back to your primary form, which is Helm's Deepish, and he talks about hugs, and then you suddenly and like these arms start to form, and there's a bunch of the minis on each arm, and they're like, "Hey," you know, arms out, and you're coming in, and you just keep kind of extending so that you can bring everybody into this hug.
Oh, and I have a group hug.
This is a group hug. Hey,
Oh.
just said he's preparing Santa. That's like preparing barbecue where I'm from.
Oh.
That ain't a good thing, folks. That ain't a good thing.
No, that means
that
they're gonna cook him.
Well, we better get somewhere. We better get some and do something right now.
I think we need to go up the big tower.
We going up?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
What-
where Santa's gotta be.
All right. Well, can you send one of your like figures up there? I think I'm all out of courage. I mean, that was a whole lifetime of courage I just spent right there.
And
I
I
don't
like
think I got
take,
it in there,
you know,
Dan.
one of my guys.
Nicholas,
just
can you
going
open that
up the
door?
stairway.
You sending a mini up?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's
Nice.
like, he's kind of like, I mean, steps are way too big for a mini, but you know, in mini world, he starts running up like the curving metal railing that goes around that connects all the pieces, and it's just like just running, and you all watch as you're like, as it's like, and finally it makes it to the top, and he's like, I got okay, and goes over to the door. Roll a perception check for your mini at the door.
That's a 16.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Legolas.
So the mini's like, there are no panels, there are no buttons, there's nothing. But as he's standing there, he says, there's like a smoother part of this silver metal door that looks like it must be touched frequently or something. I mean, it's about 4 feet over his head, but that's what he spots.
Okay, there's a big metal door with a spot that we gotta touch. and I think we should all go up there. So, I'll make a ramp, and you guys can scoot up it if you want. And I go, and I like make a ramp immediately so that they can scoot up it. If
All right, roll a Lego check.
Lego check.
Lego
and
check.
then just
Lego
to keep,
check.
That's a 15.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
No problem. You do it. Okay. Go ahead, Romashka.
Ramashka. I just kind of like knock on the shell, like, Anishka, come on, sweetheart. And so like I fold, Babashka folds, and Anishka just kind of like comes up, spreads her wings, and she like flies up to patrol the area a little bit as we do all of this.
Okay.
She sings Silent Night, just like does her little things. Like she's super nice. She's always like smiling and just beautiful. Everything is great. You will not kill my parents. You will not kill my mother. I will kill you first. And she's like, oh, quieter. Okay. And so she's flying around, patrolling.
Awesome.
And,
I love it. Okay.
She can help
And
with
she's on patrol. Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Yes.
Are you going up to the door? Or I guess you're using your what Legolas built for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up right next to Viri,
Yes.
and I'm gonna say, "You still remember what you said when I pistachioed that sensor, right? You still got that in like recording or something like that. I'd like a copy of that when we're all done. It's something, you know. Just think about that, and I'll just keep going.
Coming soon to an email near you.
What's an email?
Right.
I don't know. All right. So who's doing what? We've got one patrolling the air with angel wings. We've got a ramp from Legolas. GT, you drop that and you move on. Viri, what are you doing? Who's going up to the door?
I'm moving up that the railing.
Oh, okay.
That she made.
Oh, okay, great.
They're all going up the ramp? Is everybody going up
The ramp. The ramp.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's going to the door?
Well, the ramp leads to the door. Yes.
Yeah.
To the door, right?
Right, but then we've got to get up the panel. So Viri's gonna look around. I know you said that there were no jacks, but Viri's gonna look for another computer terminal or something of some sort.
Okay. Yeah.
Can he find anything?
I mean, you don't see anything. There's nothing that's exposed. If you want to roll an investigation check, see if something's hidden, you can.
Viri feels, at this moment, he feels something on the top of his head. It feels like a bump, but the bump has a little bit of electricity.
Okay.
It's his Wi-Fi antenna. Can he use his Wi-Fi antenna to see if he can connect to the network?
Yes.
Oh my
Roll
gosh,
a
I
network
love it.
connection.
Ooh.
Let's
By
see
the
if.
way, where's this panel? Where's the panel on that door?
So
exactly?
it's like 4 feet up. It's on the right hand side of the door. Like if a person were walking, like maybe they would put their hand at that level.
Okay,
So, yeah.
a person, like a person.
Like
I'm
a
just
like a human.
wondering-
Like a human?
A human, right?
Yeah.
Man, we
So
might have to
here's
stack.
what
We
I
might
would
have to do the
like
stack attack.
Well, what I would like to try to do at least is for Anushka to try to touch it while she's flying there, as she's
Oh.
noticing, and she's like,
Man,
"Fly
is she
Okay.
like
down."
an
Yeah,
inch?
yeah.
Right.
Okay,
She can,
good.
like, fly her way up.
We'll say like you call that out to her and she starts to fly over to do it. Viri, what'd you get?
15.
Okay, so 15. So there are no broadcast. What are they called? SSID, whatever the Wi.
SSIDs,
There,
yes.
Thank you. I don't know where I pulled that out of, but yeah.
Hey.
So the Wi-Fi
Damn.
networks are not broadcast, but after a few minutes of searching, you find one called Christmas Sucks,
Oh.
and
With an X?
with an X, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And it just takes you a moment. You know, it asks for password. You're like, password. I'm just going to push that aside, and I'm going to go over here, and you find your back door, and you are in the network.
So now that I'm in the network, Viri is going to look for the virtual blueprints of
Okay.
this facility.
Roll a investigation check for me. Meanwhile, what's the daughter's name with the wings?
It is
Anushka.
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 Ga.
Anushka flies over and puts out a little wooden hand and pushes, and the door just flies up, and all of you are kind of like, and standing there is this tall droid, you know, and it looks like it's kind of it's kind of a cross between like a half humanoid, but it's got spider-ish legs. Everything seems to have kind of these like spider legs that allow it to go across different terrains, and its back is turned to you. It had gone through the door and basically is on like patrol or something, you don't know. It's just standing there, but you can see that its optical sensors and weapons are all faced away from you. But in that split second, you're just like, okay, what are you doing? And you can see it starts to turn.
I immediately just kind of like and just dip down and like kind of get right where my companions are, which they're still lower, a little lower.
Yeah, they're
right?
low. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is not very good. We have a oh, she's always smiling. We have a droid who is like a spider, and he, I think, wants to kill us. So we have to be very, very, very careful. Okay? It's kind of dangerous up there. We're going to have to get very
Unauthorized door access, and it starts to turn around. Weapons powdering up.
Viri received a 16 on his investigation check.
Okay.
His network investigation check.
Okay, so you're trying to hack into this network right now, and you saw, like, you finally got through a firewall, and you saw this like list of files, and the moment, however, as you started to like mentally reach to click one of those files and open it up, the droid says, you know, unauthorized access, and you see it's like it all just like falls away from your grasp as you see additional firewalls start to fall. Intruder protocol, and you see blasted across your screen, and this thing turns around, and it's got a laser in the right hand, or the right hand basically is like a laser gun, and the left hand is this claw. And as it turns, you all look at it, and I need everybody to roll initiative, and we're gonna see this one. This is a real battle, y'all. So I'm rolling my amazing skull splitter dice for the baddies.
I got the 12. That's a cool dice.
Let's say very much. You can have these dice if you go to Skull Splitter. TRP SS 15 and save yourself 15% on some dice. It's not a bad deal.
10% plus another 5%.
All right.
Exactly. Okay.
Another 5%.
All right. I rolled that for this robot. What did everybody get? Okay, 20, 25. What'd you get? Anyone? Oh wait, no, 20. No, 15 to 20. There are no modifiers. Sorry, 15 to 20.
That's an 18-teen.
18-teen. We got an 18-teen. Okay. 10, 15.
11.
12. 11. And what'd you get, Viri?
We're down to 2.
Oh, a conservative 2, just to see what else happens.
Best for last.
Right.
You know, it makes sense. All right. GT, you are up. What would you like to do? This thing is, you see, like, its blaster is starting to like glow with energy. It's towering metal over all of your head. So much you want to do.
Well, I can't have anything happen to my new family with this newfound courage of mine, and back on where I'm from, this looks like a little rumble in the jungle. So I'm going to take, first I'm going to take a little shot of my Pendleton's Director's Reserve Canadian whiskey. I'm just going to little drop that in the old biscuit, and then I'm going to run up, and now I got my beer muscles going, my liquor muscles, and I'm going to go run up with my round wooden ball hands, and I'm just going to clobber them. I'm going to do my whirly-derv right there.
Ooh, all right, go for it.
All right. That's some double trouble right where I'm from. Double trouble. That's a 10. That's just a 10.
Okay.
That's a middle of the road, right in the middle. It's not too good, not too bad.
No,
it's a 10.
It's not. But you had such like, you just sprung into action, no fear, and you run up, kind of like run up the legs and jump up there and start going, ding, 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 and the rest of you watch as it goes like ding, 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 ding. It's like hitting it with a toothpick, ding, 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 ding. And it seems like it has no effect except to maybe confuse it for a moment. And GT, you drop back down. Doesn't seem to have any effect.
And I yell, "It's distracted. Exactly what I wanted to do. Now do your thing, team."
All right. Romashka, you're up.
Okay, so I kind of prepare myself, and I feel that the kids want to come out, and I'm like, no, you let mommy do it this time. And I take out like this like wet towel, and I just like, and like in very like slow motion, I kind of like narrow my eye, and I look right at the part that I want to hit, and I just goes like.
Oh, do it. Roll. So you see there's like
the tower snap. The towel snap. Yes.
The towel snap. You see there's a part from your perspective where like the wires that kind of very protected from the front and above, but from underneath, you see there are like connection points for these wires that if that towel hits, we'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah. That's the towel of 19.
Oh, yes.
That's the towel of Mama Ramashka.
Ramashka, you jump into air and snap towel perfectly. You see this towel like starts to and just hits that one spot. The water seeping off that towel goes right into that connection. And as it looks down at you, it's like, you see the glowing barrel about to blast you in the face. It's like, and its head looks down. Uh-oh. Intruders. And it just like, the power supply bursts out of the chest. If you had been humans, you would have died because it just exploded outward. It shoots across you over the stairs into the wall, just impacts into the metal, and this thing's like and just falls down dead. And at that moment, you see beyond you there is it looks like some kind of operating bay. There are all these computer screens, and you see one has Santa on it. You see him strapped, his arms and his legs spread out, and there's a countdown timer. Wow. You all, and it says you can't quite read what it says on the screen from this point, but you see it looks like you have about 15 minutes before whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And you know, we're like 5 minutes early for a break, but we're going to do our break right now because I think it's a good moment. I was
gonna say what the last thing that we do as that happens, as this thing explodes, Bombashka comes out with her, "That was sick," and then Ramashka just closes her back in, like rinses her towel, kind of like wrings it up, and as she goes, "Dinner is served," turns around and sees the Santa all sprawled out. And it's like,
yeah,
I suppose.
I love it. One of your
just
kids
wanted to add
like
that.
ballet.
Is dinner borscht?
Santa with borscht, yes.
Yeah,
it's always borscht. It's always borscht.
It's always borscht.
It's green and red right now.
And I will say, additionally, you see at this as you watch, as you're all of you are fixated on Santa, and you know he doesn't look broken. He looks defiant. There's even like still a bit of that happy, merry cheer in his eye. But this figure walks in front of the camera with her back to you. You see that shock of purple hair. She's got kind of like these techie clothes. You see a spiked bracelet and some kind of holographic thing off of her other arm. And she's like, "I'm going to get that magic from you. And there won't be Christmas ever again." And she turns and walks off screen, and that we're gonna go to break. So
no, you don't.
We'll be back in 10 minutes,
no,
everybody. I'm just going to do quickly.
Don't.
I'm gonna contabulate. That's a word I just made up to figure out what our donations are to date. I'm gonna add that to our Extra Life donation, and let's keep it going. Tell everybody it's for the kids. Let's try it. We're pretty far away from 500.
Oh,
so let's. Although I don't know, we've actually had quite a few donations, so I'll figure all that out and add it. We'll see where we're at when we come back. And at 800, we've got a gift for the rest of you out there. So spread the word. We'll see you in a few. And we have a special Be Right Back screen. So hold on for that. We'll be right back. 10 minutes. And we're back. Oh, look at those. We got some. So we have updated the counter. Thanks to all you amazing people. Look, we're at $235. I love it.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you all for the donations of follows. And just as a reminder, every follow equals a donation. every one of the subs gets thrown right into there, and of course donations, and you can donate directly to our link, which I think KP is putting into the chat as we play. So and I think we're 11 followers away from 800, in which case we give you all some wonderful goodness as well. So with that said, let's go back. You had all gotten out of the hangar where you saw the airplane that snatched Santa and the reindeer right out of the sky. And defeated a huge droid standing at the top of these stairs. And then you saw Santa Claus stretched out on some kind of device.
How dare they?
Some woman who said she was going to steal that magic and stop Christmas. So, as that's all going down, tell me what you all would like to do.
Not on our watch. Not on the island of misfit toys. We're gonna happen here. So I don't know where we leave off. Damn, I'm so confused and
Is the robot
confused.
out of the way? Is the robot out of the way? He's dead, right? Okay. I do an exploration to see if there are any other robots around. And I roll a 7.
You don't see any robots.
I don't see any other robots, guys.
Hey, listen, and I just, you know, I'm getting all nervous and stuff like that. So I reach into my other pouch, pull out a little snub of some JP Weisers, some whiskey, and I take a little sip, get my courage back up. And I know it's not cool, but it's where I'm at, folks. It's where I'm at. And I pull out a badge, a little tiny badge. It says peace. Okay, it says peace, and I go around and I touch it to my new family friends, and I said, hey, peace be with you in your face. And I just go on the foreheads, and I said, here's to you, wooden egg lady with all the babies. Here's to you with the funny goggles, which I love, and the voice that makes me happy. And here's to you, Legolas, with all your builds and your magnificent constructions. And then I stick it in my face, and I said, maybe one day I'll have peace in myself. And I stick it on my head, and I pull it back, and I tuck it back in. I said,
and I'm like, yes, you will. Yes.
And that Christmas magic, GT, just resulted in somebody making a $50 donation and a follower as well. We're at $285. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. And all of you now have been essentially blessed by Santa!
Santa!
I know him!
Are we still attacking this little thing?
No, that thing's
doing?
it's dead. It's
that
dead.
thing's dead.
Okay, just as I thought, it's dead.
Are we seeing the lady?
I'm gonna point with
No,
my...
she just came across again. It's just on the screen, yeah, and it's passed. You still see Santa,
So maybe
and then
I will not have
his
any more
image
drinks
like
tonight.
cuts away again, and then you just see this timer, and it's now like 14 minutes 30 seconds, 29 seconds, you know, whatever. And it's just,
I'm to Santa, first of all, and I see what's the situation here. I do a whole investigation.
no,
about this
it's
whole...
just a video of Santa, and now the video feed of Santa is cut.
Wait, he's away from us? He's
Yeah.
not there?
No, you're in this you're in like maybe a computer control room right now.
Oh no. Okay. I immediately look everywhere around to see if I find any way out of this room.
And Romashka just goes, Anushka? And Anushka's like, yes, mother. Investigate around. We have to find Santa. We cannot allow for Christmas to not happen this year. And she just goes, of course. I will kill whoever has taken Santa. And she like flies off vigorously to look around and search.
All right, you two can roll investigation checks, and also the rest of you out there, don't mess with Gabriella because that's inside of her. Don't mess with her.
She is cheerfully homicidal.
Yes.
She is silent night, deadly night.
Right. Punishment is necessary.
New lyrics for the song.
You must be punished.
Yes. No.
18.
Punished.
Okay, so Anushka's looking around. She's just looking for something to kill. Like,
yeah,
I will
exactly.
protect everyone here. I will kill everything.
Protect Santa.
Yeah. It's not actually. You're like, oh no, look at the. All right.
Very looks at everyone and he says, I saw someone kidnap Santa Claus.
I saw someone kidnapping Santa. the claws.
Yes.
Underneath
Yes.
the mistletoe.
Last night.
Underneath the missile silo right now.
The missile silos. All right.
So, and again, what is it that we see around this? I mean,
So-
I'm
Yeah,
just
so
gonna
we're
start
like
with
in a command center, or is
You're-
it like
I mean,
the security room, or?
It's hard to tell. I mean, you see computers and you see screens around. It's not a big space. It's maybe like 20 feet wide and about 15 feet deep. You came in a door that's immediately behind you, and there's another door off to the left. Legolas, you rolled a 16 for your investigation. And
Lass.
Lego
but yeah.
Las. Lego Las.
Lego lass.
Last.
Lego Las.
Yes.
Lego lass.
I feel like we're
Totally.
saying the same thing. No,
I don't know why you keep pronouncing it Legolas. I don't
I'm
get
not
that.
saying Legolas. I'm saying
Oh,
Lego
yeah.
Las.
That's
Thank you for
enough.
that follow.
Ooh.
We got all kinds of hope for that follow. Thank you. Love it. Lego Las.
Yes.
Tell me, I'm sorry, because it's been a while. I forgot. What exactly are you looking to investigate here?
To find a way out of this control room.
Yeah, there is a
where-
door right to your left. It's another
There's a
one of the.
door.
Yeah.
There's a door right to my left.
Um,
To my left.
Is it closed? Is it closed? Is it a closed door?
it is.
I
It's.
don't
It
know, I
is.
went to it.
It is a closed door.
I open it.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll Lego check, because again it's got the same kind of worn spots. You get the sense it's a touch door. It operate. What is it? 15?
A 15s.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, just in case we fight any of these humans, we need to think about doing a stack attack where we all just get on each other and get ourselves a little taller and combined forces. Just saying, continue what you're doing.
And then you put your nuts in my catapult, and then we rip it down.
Hey, I'm all set. I've got some walnuts that will just knock shit down.
Yeah. We'll just
Ow.
rip down the nuts.
All right. And as you're saying this, Lego
Rip it
Loss,
down.
you are quickly like building this structure against the door so that the final mini can go like that, and the door goes up, and you start to fall forward, and you see in front of you. I mean, if you've watched a lot of sci-fi, this feels like an engineering bay. You see these tall cylindrical things with these lights, like, and there are 6 of them that go down, and you see these heavy conduits that come out and go together and snake up through the ceiling. And there's another door at the far end. It doesn't seem like there's any robots in this section.
Quick, go back to the next. I just like scoot right up to the next door. I'm like, I think we should open this one too. And I just try again.
This door is a little different. This door has a keypad next to it and no worn spot on the door itself.
Oh, it's a code. Everybody, there's a code in here.
Is there a
Hey,
data
Mr.
port
Electronic
on this,
Man.
this door?
There's
Theory.
no data port on this one.
Is there like a generator around there?
Well,
Is there a flux capacitor?
There are 3 flux capacitors. No. Romashka, as
Great
you go
Scott.
by, you get this like, if you go by, you can feel the energy being made, and whatever sort of energy generation is happening in these devices, you just feel, whoa, like there's power in there. And again, this light's like vroom, 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 going around. So yeah, those are generators. At least you
Ooh,
think.
Well, as soon as I pass by and I sense that energy, my shell kind of like shakes a little bit, and Bombashka just like, that is sick! And like she comes out, takes out her guitar, and like uses the actual like wiring, the strings of the guitar to like plug in or like to touch into that energy, and just like strums. With that strumming,
In
she
harmony
hopes to
with-
like.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like she does
okay.
like a really crazy riff, like a bucket head. Like she goes
Hallelujah!
really, like gets into it, and she hopes like cause like a short circuit and just open like all the doors.
I love it. Roll a performance check for me.
Oh, performance check. Yes.
She can nail it.
Oh, 18.
18!
Yes.
18! Like she
hey,
just
that-
gets him like pow,
Yeah.
Bay J. Malmsteen right there.
So-
Bay J. Malmsteen.
So yeah, a couple like the rest of you are kind of looking at this door, looking at that, you know, keypad. Vera, you're looking for a jack in here, and all of a sudden you hear, you know, like somebody's plugged in their amplifier into the guitar, and
Yes.
and then it's like, and just starts, and it just builds and it builds and it builds, and you hear vroom, 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 vroom. The generators start going faster, and it's just feeding into the guitar, and then finally there's this, and she just hits all the strings in this like special key, and this shockwave comes. It knocks all of you down on your asses, and it hits that door. It's like, and the metal just, and explodes inward into the next room.
Wow.
And then
And Romashka is like, so proud of you, child. And
That was
Romashka is
some.
like,
Hey,
oh yeah,
thank you.
that was some Trans-Siberian Orchestra shit. Okay.
That's right.
That
it was.
shit was lit.
Thank you. Thank you, Mother. I'll always make you proud. But you have to let me go out, Mother. You have to let me start that band. And she's like, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it. Okay.
Love it. That was awesome.
Christmas band needs is a
Yes.
drummer.
Veery, something about the empty nest, please.
Yeah, right.
When your nest is empty, you can fill it with love
And nuts.
and nuts.
Because I'm going to adopt him.
Nothing but love.
I love it.
Mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home, Mama.
You know what? You can start your band. Come here. Oh, man.
Hey,
All right, sorry. I was
So
putting
this
on-
door is open. Where?
Let's
What do we
go
see?
in.
So this door is
going
open, and you all step into this new room, and you're feeling pretty pumped, and you know you've got this ticking clock to save Santa Claus and Christmas and all the hopes and dreams of the kids across the world. And you come into what must be a like droid construction bay, and you just see, you all freeze as you see all these various parts of that big droid you just defeated, and you see like arms like, and it's just building these droids, and some you see are finished, and it goes on the slider and starts stacking them, and your eyes go to the left, and you see there is like a sea of these things. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of these droids. They're a little different than the one you just faced. They all have this like green, red, almost like a swirly candy cane crystal in their heads, but they're not glowing. Every one of their heads is down, and they're in this kind of like holding contraption, just thousands of them. And
Veery. Oh, go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
no, go ahead. What you got?
Yeah, so Veery's going to make his way over to one of those monsters or one of those robots.
Okay.
And he is going to try and position himself over the eyes of one of these robots.
Okay.
And then he is going to cast Charm Monster
Okay.
on that robot.
Okay.
So, and then I see him doing this, and I see all the electronics, I see all the fancy equipment, I see Veery, who I love very much already, but he's the new fancy toy, and I look at Legolas, and I look at Wooden Belly Lady, and I'm just like, I just kind of feel like, hey, you know, we're just wooden things and click clacks, and do you think we're gonna make it as toys in the future? You think kids are gonna, you know, want to play with us and stuff with all this like electronic stuff? I just got what an email was just now as I said electronics. It just makes you wonder.
I walk over to him and I say, well, what do you think? And then I go and I take one of my Legos and I go to the source of this assembly line and I go, and I jam one of my Lego pieces into the assembly line, and I see if I can do anything to stop the assembly line.
And we all know one of the most vicious weapons on this planet is a discarded Lego piece on the ground. An immense power and pain contained in this small piece of plastic. So go ahead and roll your attack at advantage to see if you can find the sweet spot to shut down.
You got a little bless. You got a peace bless too.
You got a peace bless as well. Don't forget.
And I look to, I look to Belly Lady, and I'm like, I just was talking about kids and toys. That's all.
Well, I got a 13 at advantage.
Wait, no, and you got to roll a D4 to get that happy.
Yeah, you got it, and you have a holiday inspiration, so you can re-roll one of those D20s. It is a Christmas miracle.
And that's a 17, everybody.
17. Aww. Okay. All right. I thought this wasn't gonna work, but as you say that, Legolas, you go up and you're like, this droid shall not pass. And you slam down the Lego, and you find that perfect spot, and it's just like the Lego piece gets ripped out of your hand, and it gets sucked in, and you hear, and you see all the pieces that are on the assembly line start to jerk and fall, and then you hear, and the whole thing's like,
and Romashka watches all of this, and she's kind of like her Russian soul is getting so emotional, and she stands next to next to her new favorite son, and she says, I think, my boy, we will survive. I think the children will not be able to say no to a sweet Russian lady and her children, and a beautiful, tall, slender, and exciting nutcracker. Look at this. The future is crumbling. We remain.
You talking about me?
Are my son. I love you, son. And she kind of realizes that even if her kids all go, she will feel full. And she's happy.
Look, I'm a mama's boy. I ain't ever gonna leave your belly or your side. I don't care how old I am. I mean, I'm an old nutcracker. I still stand by you, Mom, if I can call you that and stuff. I don't speak Russian or anything.
Yes, of course you can. If I had arms, if my arms could move, I could hug you. And I just lean in.
Really dusty in here.
If my arms can bend, I'd hug you.
And we just keep clanking.
Clanking side to side.
I love it. All right. Viri, let's go back to you. You tried to interface with this. You turn around, you strap yourself onto one of these special droids. You don't need to roll anything because something interesting happens when you touch it. Well, you don't have to roll anything yet. You feel this instant pull, as it absorbs some power within you. Let's call it Christmas magic, and it pulls it right out of you, reducing your HP by 7, and it starts to. You see that crystal start to light up, and you're like, oh, this is draining from me. And I'm going to give you 1 moment to roll. You have 1 moment to roll a chance to connect and take over this thing before it goes autonomous.
Wait, does my bless spell, my peace spell, give him something?
I mean, if on his roll, if he wants to, yeah. So you're gonna roll. You can roll a hacking check here. Just roll your d20. You can add your d4 if you want. After you roll your d20, before I tell you if it worked or not, I'm just gonna talk like all of you now.
List. He's checking it twice.
Oh.
It's time to turn this robot from naughty to nice.
19.
Oh, come on.
My God.
on.
All right. All right.
Christmas is real.
I'm shooting.
Santa.
Dude.
That was
I'm
amazing.
in the spirit world.
Bombashka is like, that was sick. He just comes back in.
So what'd you get? I'm trying to
19.
log in. So I'm gonna throw some gift subs out there to add to the fundraiser here, and because that was amazing. Yeah, with 19, no problem. You immediately start trying all these different ways to crack its programming. You start flashing all these different scenes and ideas and numbers, and you finally find that one connection, and it's like, and it starts to reach up to pull you off, and in the hand, you all watch as the hand freezes, and then it freezes in a heart for Dreamwinter beat me to it because I have to log in. Christmas sniper.
Oh, we just did it at the same time. That's crazy.
No, you beat me because I'm trying to do this and log in because I'm not actually logged in. I'm running the show, but I'm not logged in for myself. I'm going to do that in a moment. Okay, but that's very nice. Thank you. All right, so there's
nice.
another.
So
This
nice.
very nice. And it freezes you now, Viri. You have control of this droid, and it's similar to the ones that you saw that you've just defeated, but it's perhaps like a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger. What would you like to do, y'all?
So so he's got control of this. The first thing that he's going to do is going to see if he can take maybe 3 or 4 more of these robots and control them via this lead robot. So is that something that his Christmas magic can do?
I would say that you know now, as you're inside of this thing, that oops, hold on, it's gonna echo. Now that you're inside this thing, you know that you very quickly, these are programmed to absorb Christmas magic, and you could power them, but at the cost of your life, essentially.
Okay.
Oh.
So each one will take 7 hit points away from me.
Actually, I have to roll. Each one.
Okay.
Each one is a D12 away from you. No, sorry,
okay.
D10.
A D10.
Yeah.
Is there a noticeable place where this where the machine could be turned off? Another generator, another weak spot?
Why don't you roll investigation, unless you want to talk to Viri about it.
Right.
Viri, what do you see, my boy? Tell me if you see any place where we could deactivate it without you taking so much health from your
there we go.
I suppose body?
Sometimes pain is pleasure. And when you give the pain, the pleasure is for the world.
That is poetry.
I can never
But
speak.
it didn't
like
answer my question. Very beautiful.
He can see where
Well, when doom is here, you push it far away, and then you take one enemy and you make him your friend. Welcome to Robot Frenemies. Playing now.
I kind of missed that one,
Nice.
but I kind of got the gist of it. But that just flew over my wooden head a little. But
yeah, so he now, well, so what you guys are seeing is you see Viri's head, right? And you know, like you've grown accustomed to Viri being this VR goggle. The VR goggles are now on top of this robot, on the eyes of this robot, and you see his very bushy eyebrows furrowing and doing different things, and the dot matrix eyes. but now he's also gesticulating with the robot. So now you see arm movements and everything else.
Dope.
It's like Viri is the robot.
I love it.
So he has created his own avatar for himself, and he is now going to control this robot with him and his friends.
And Viri, as you're gesticulating and you're seeing everybody's like, oh my God, this is so exciting. And then their faces kind of frown a moment, and then their eyes go wide as behind him suddenly is this holographic image of this woman. So, looks like I've got a little bit of a toy infestation. What even is this? What are you doing? I'm busy trying to take over one of my robots, I see.
Shut up, you evil lady. You're not going to take Christmas.
Evil! I'm not evil. That man is evil. Destroying dreams of kids around the world. Don't even talk to me. But that all ends tonight. And nothing, you little toys, even with one of my special droids, can you do anything about it. Okay?
Hold on a second. You just better back up to where you said that man and dreams and kids.
I'm sorry, little wooden man. Little wooden man, what?
Explain yourself.
Little wooden man, what?
You better
Can't hear the little
yourself.
wooden man, what? That's what I thought. All right. So here's what we're going to do.
I take out my rolling pin with the blades, and I'm like,
that's cute. That's cute. You might put a scuff on my boot. Listen, I'm going to send a whole bunch of killer robots down to pick you apart and kill you, or maybe capture you so I can kill you in front of this old, decaying, red pus bag, just to pull a little bit of that smirky Christmas smear off of his face, and then it will all be over. Bye. And and the hologram goes away, and you hear above somewhere above you hear kum 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 kum, and it sounds like a couple at first, then maybe like a couple more, and then it's like, okay, we got a problem. What would you guys like to do?
Army? It's an army.
First of all, I'm not a violent man, but I think this lady needs to take a little bit of a dirt nap. She just threatened Santa Claus, and that means all the children of the world or something. Damn.
And so I knock on my shell and I say, "Did you hear that, children?" And like everything within, like I just start to shake, and you hear like they're so mad. So I look at my companions and I say, and as I tap like the spiked rolling pin on my hand, let's save Christmas.
And
it's beginning to sound a lot like revenge.
and what is around
everywhere
us
you look
in terms of the number of robots, Judd?
Well, no, there aren't any here. This sounds like it's from up above. I mean, there are thousands of these special ones with these crystals in their head that Viri has managed to take over one of them. But you hear there's something up above, like a lot of them coming your way. What are you all doing?
First of all,
I look above and see if I see like a duct or a chute. Or
yeah. Roll a perception check for me. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm turning to my new mom. And I'm like, look, this has always bothered me, and maybe you can help me, but I'm just going to say it. If we die tonight, you know, what nut can't a nutcracker crack?
I don't know what.
A donut. A donut.
A donut.
You're so funny.
I wasn't meaning to be funny. I'm literally.
So funny. Children, did you hear that?
I'm kind of literally freaked out. Why do they call it a donut? I can't crack that shit. I can't crack that shit.
Oh, I'm looking for an answer.
We're going to try. We'll do everything we can. When we're out of here, we'll make all the donuts we can.
As long as we try. All right. Legolas, what do your Lego eyes see?
I don't know, but I got a 15. What do I see, Snowmaster? Christmas
Okay,
Master.
I gotta put a hold on that for a moment, because I just got a message. I got a private message of somebody who says if you can get to $300 by 9:20, they'll donate an additional $50. $50 for the kids.
Wait, that's 8 minutes. We're on a shot clock.
8 minutes.
We're on a monster
TikTok.
shot clock.
$15. Yeah. That is super cool of you.
That's $15.
$15 equals another additional 50 for the kids. That would be awesome. If you people out there, if you want to rally,
Do it now.
Do it. Get to the donation.
Do it.
It's
Dylan!
Kids,
Dylan!
deserve it.
You
They
son of a
need it.
bitch.
The kids
Son of a
need it.
bitch.
Okay, sorry, that was really off topic.
Hey, wait a
It's for the
second,
kids.
folks.
Sorry, Gabriella's right. It's for the kids, and we're doing like
Hey, if
Schwarzenegger
we
arms
can do
blowing
this
up.
for the kids, let's do it for the children.
No, Schwarzenegger
right.
is legit.
Yeah,
He's a
legit
motivator.
about the
He's a
children.
top motivator.
he's
Yes.
legit about the children.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
Come on. Come
So-
on.
that documentary,
Get it.
Kindergarten Cop.
oh yeah,
It's
that's a
not
great
a cool
documentary. Great documentary
Right.
film when
Not a cool
Schwarzenegger
one, not at all.
volunteered as a kindergarten teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We got something happening. We got to subscribe. Marty, look at you. Oh.
Marty.
Oh, Marty.
Aww.
Big friend of the show. Thank you, sir. Okay, well, we're getting there. All right.
What's with gigawatts? That's all we need.
Legolas. What Lego Las? What did you get?
Yes.
Go, lass.
We're gonna get sued by Tolkien
I
to
got a
stay.
15.
You got a 15.
I got a
Great.
15.
So yes, you do see there's another door at the end, standard door at the end, but there is a ductwork up to the upper right of the wall that has the door on it. We got to cheer. It's so tiny I can't see it. It looks like 200 bits. That's $2. We're getting there, y'all. We're getting there.
Right.
All right. Yes, there's a ductwork. What would you like to do?
happening.
You hear it's getting closer.
I go up the duct immediately. I just immediately like power up with the tower of my own doing through the duct.
Roll a Lego check. And
I love it.
I'll do it at advantage if the rest of you are helping her.
20.
Natural
Natural
20.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
No problem. You don't need, nobody needs to help her. She's just like, and then you come in and you've got some like Technic pieces for those Lego fans out there. So you've instantly construct this mechanism, which is like basically like a power drill. And you all be like, broom, broom, broom,
Hype train.
broom. Another anonymous. Look at you. I love you all. KP, send me a message if we hit. Oh, no, we hit. Somebody made a donation. We're at
All
300.
What? We did
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay.
That's awesome. Okay.
Well done, you guys.
Okay, I gotta text this person, and we are. Oh, that is you. Y'all,
Wow.
you're amazing. You're amazing. That is so cool. Okay.
Those kids.
All right.
I'm so happy.
So yes, you get it open. What would you like to do? And you hear it sounds like they're on the other side of this door.
I break it open. I just do whatever I can. I like shove it open.
Okay. No. You opened up the grate. It's open to you. I said the robots are sound like they're on the other side of the drawer.
Okay. So I open it up and I
Door.
see the robots.
No, you are at the grate. You're in the ductwork. You can go down to the door and die if you want. They're down there. It sounds like on the other side of that metal strip of door. But you are up. You've created a thing. You've pulled off the grate. You're looking at a ductwork in front of you.
I pull everybody up with me. Like, come over here. Come on. Quick.
Okay, that works for 3 out of the 4 of you. Viri, you're strapped to this very large robot. What would you like to do?
So he's going to look. Viri's going to look for a different exit.
Okay.
Perhaps not necessarily the one where they came out of.
Okay.
But something else perhaps. He's also going to take this time to go over the systems that this robot has, so he knows what he has at his disposal.
Okay, yeah. So you you don't even have to roll for this. You know, you came into the one door that's at your back.
Right.
There's the other one that's about to open. You can hear there's a whole bunch of killer droids on the other side of that door. Those are the only 2 exits from this room, except for the duct, which is not that large. The rest
not large enough for this robot.
No, but the rest of your friends are in there safely. You take a moment to quickly like scan the systems of this. Actually, roll a investigation check. Anonymous share, thank you. Whoa, we're at what just happened? We're at $775.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Who did that?
Keep
What?
going. Keep going.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right.
That's insane.
guys.
That's insane.
Right.
We did it. All right.
Wow.
All right. Well, see you later, everybody. I'm in the stream. No, I'm just kidding. That's amazing.
Yep. Peace. Goodbye, everybody.
18.
I'm going bush now.
Yeah,
Nice.
you can't see it in the
Okay.
I chose a blue dye behind the
That's
green screen.
yay.
18,
Okay.
yes.
Wow.
Just in case, just on the
Christmas
outside
magic.
chance that this hits a
$1,000.
1,000, we'll do 2 of whatever the giveaways that KP said we're giving away. So we'll do a double giveaway, and I think we're
Alright.
only like 8 or 9 away from 800 followers. So
Double
maybe
giveaway.
less. We got a
What
cheer
does it
dream.
mean?
Oh, dream winner.
What
Who is
does
that?
it mean?
Who's that, Peter?
Double giveaway.
Double giveaway. It's beginning to look a lot like
Not
D&D. All right.
What's the giveaway again? Will you
every
remind me one more
motherfucking
time?
nerd.
I'm just like watching this. This is incredible.
I know.
Hey, what's going on? Where are we?
You guys.
Hey,
I
folks,
don't know. I lost my mind. I saw it jump up and I was like, wait, that's more than $50. What was
I'm
that?
in a duct,
I
and
mean,
I've
damn,
pulled up.
Veery's
I
hugging
have
spiders.
pulled up
I'm trying to hug my mom and tell
Ramushka.
jokes. What is Legolas doing?
I'm
Yeah,
up in
we're
a
just
duct,
like.
and I pulled up Ramushka and GT, right?
Hey, yeah, but where's Veery?
I don't know.
Where's the-
He's on one.
that
He's on one of those machinations. Hey,
Oh.
that sounds like macadamia nuts. And I just take a macadamia nut out of my pocket, stuff it in my mouth, and I'm like, man, holiday season ain't nothing without a nut in your mouth. And I just crush that macadamia nut out.
Oh
Um,
my
um,
boy.
Amazing.
Christmas is nothing without macadamia white chocolate cookies. You just wait until Mama makes you some.
Mama, I'm just coming. I'm just coming home. I've been. If there is a
Mama, I'm
Christmas
coming
gift,
home.
you
I'm
are
coming
it.
home. I'm coming home.
Yeah, we had to do it.
It's been a long time, son.
You just wait.
I just had okay. I'm sorry I keep popping this out of the story, but I just was like pulling up like who donated, and we had a $50 anonymous donation from the person I was communicating with. We had a $420 donation from
Hey now!
from Vidiri. I mean,
Yeah, hey now.
Oh.
I mean,
All right.
Wow.
Gosh.
that is amazing. You've just helped so many children.
Wait,
Yes.
Vidiri Ronarth?
Uh,
Yes.
And then in quotations KEKW. I don't know if that means anything to y'all, but whatever it
Wow.
means,
That's
that was
beautiful.
super amazing. So I just another special thank you.
Christmas miracles.
Yeah.
It is a Christmas
Wow.
miracle. I
Yes.
fucking love Christmas. This is what I love about it. It's because we're taking care of each other. We're one species. Let's just look out for
That's
each other.
right. That's
Yes,
right.
and there's
Yeah,
And look,
about the
hey,
children.
world. If you just
Christmas,
said it,
the Christmas spirit is about magic. It's just about magic and love and togetherness. And it's just the end of the year celebration of togetherness. However you're doing what you're doing in this time of year,
Yeah.
we just celebrate the love of the magic and the triumph of togetherness. Hey,
Hey.
Amen.
Here and of
Amen.
plenty,
Amen.
all of it.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
I am touched and so much love to all
That
of
was
you out there.
awesome.
It's so cool. Okay, so
right.
sorry I pulled this out. So yes,
Right.
succinctly, killer robots on one side of the door. 3 of you are up in the grate, very strapped to one of these killer robots powered by Christmas magic that might be coming from somewhere. We don't know. I mean, you can make the assumption. What are you doing, Viri? Really, we need to know what you're doing because the rest
Yes.
are pulling up beside that ductwork. As you hear do, on the other side of that door,
So
Barry,
Veer-
bring that creepy crawler with you. Come on.
it won't fit
Come
in there
on.
at all.
What are you doing?
Sometimes in a world, friends need to separate and sacrifices need to be made for the greater good.
No!
Oh,
I can't.
leave that poetry. It's no time for this very sacrificial poetry. Come here. We love you too much.
It's a Christmas miracle.
All right,
Now
I'm
go,
going. I'm
save
going.
Santa.
He's broken.
Okay.
He glitched.
Wait. Christmas magician, Christmas master,
Yes.
snow master. I'm running back down to my friend Veery, and I'm pulling out my last token. It's my last token. It's called love, and I'm giving it to him,
Aw.
which takes half of my hit points and puts it in him. And I'm saying, you are my friend. You are actually the voice in my head that I wish I had about myself. So take this love token and protect yourself with it. And I'm gonna go with the ladies, and you know, may the spirit be with you, my friend. And I give it to him, and I reduce myself by half. And you know what? Hell, I take all my whiskey bottles out of my little satchels going on, and I just throw them on the ground and crush them. And I just say, I just don't need it anymore because I got friends and family and a mama who needs me. So, and I power up. This little gingerbread cookie, this nutcracker, is gonna just crack some skulls and nuts. And I just run up to my mama and my new friend Legolas, and I said, let's just get it on and save Santa. Damn, I've never spoken that much in my life. And I put my head right on my mama's shoulder and I said, hold me.
Wow. And
son.
GT,
I'm
you
so
just
proud of you.
unlocked a special ability. Your Christmas sacrifice unlocked caroling, a psionic attack that
Aw.
when you all sing the same caroling song does an immense amount of damage to any combatant that you might be up against. So why don't you tuck that in your special pocket and save it for later, and really well done.
I'll put that in my sock by the
Wow.
fire.
And Mama is like, I always knew you were my son. I always knew there's a fourth one missing. I love you. I love you.
I love you, mama. I love you, mama.
I have found you. Everybody, let's save Christmas.
Let's do it.
Yeah. The door raises. Viri, you look as GT scrambles back up and having this tender moment with Romashka as the door opens and you see all these robots and they swivel, and let me see if they realize that you are an enemy. Negative. They rolled a 3. So they're like, they focus on you and then scan phone intruders. And 1, 2, 3. And there's like 10 more. Thank you for that follow, you. And 10 more, 20 more behind them. It's this army coming in the door as they start to spread out and scan. One goes over to the conveyor belt and pulls out that Lego piece, but it doesn't matter. It's like the system is too like broken from that moment. It doesn't restart. As the three of you scramble down and away, Viri, what are you doing as you're facing all these enemy robots?
So they don't realize I'm an enemy.
Correct.
So Viri takes this as a moment to try and figure out something. So
when ideas form, they use them together. Liberation, freedom. It is part of the robot's code. Follow me for freedom this Christmas.
and he speaks to the robots and says,
We must defeat the claws.
and let's see what happens.
Okay, so what are you trying to actually do? I thought it was
I
on,
am trying.
I was
I
on
am
with you
trying
until that
to-
last line, so now I'm confused.
Well. If I said anything other than that, they would know that I'm an imposter.
Okay, so
right?
you're trying
Their
to
current
convince
program,
them. Right.
I'm trying to convince them that I should lead them.
Okay.
They know that I am one of the premier, the T1000 of robots.
Okay, I tell
I
you
am
what.
better than them.
I want you to roll a deception check. We're gonna roll straight, and I'm gonna roll an insight for all of them, and we're gonna see who's on point here.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be better than my 10.
It's,
oh yeah.
Oh, it's a nat
It's a 20.
Baby.
It's a nat
20.
Do I hear
yeah.
No, Master. Did I hear him do that?
Snowmaster.
Did I hear it? Where's the Master?
Viri, was that out loud or was that over Wi-Fi or computer? Computer speak?
It was through the network to all of the robots that are there, and then out loud.
Okay.
He
I've got an
says,
idea.
"Follow
I've got an
me."
idea. And I run down and I see Viri, and I'm like whisper in his ear.
Right.
And what he hears me say is, "You be the last one up and send them all." And I go back up, okay? And then I say to Ramushka, I say, "Get your daughter with the bombs ready." And so hopefully he knows what's going on. And then I slide down like this really cool little stairway, and kind of with arrows made out of Legos that are like, "This way to kill Santa." And they're all going up the chain, like in that direction.
Right.
And then I'm like, and I've got like Ramushka's daughter ready with her bombs to just like pick them off one by one as soon as they come up.
Like lemmings. Okay,
goes
we're
like,
lemming.
"That is
Okay.
It's the lemmings.
Yeah.
Lemming strategy. Okay.
Lemming strategy, and as you're doing that,
Lemmings
Legolas,
on
you
three.
hear
Lemmings on 3.
you hear ding, 10 minutes till Santa. 10 minutes till Santa D-Magic.
We have to hurry. We have to hurry.
All right, but do they? Do they start coming up or?
They are following
Yeah,
Viri, so whatever Viri tells them to
Yes.
do, they will do.
When we go, we must go that way.
And he points
Roger,
the
Roger.
way that yes.
I had to do it.
Yes. So yeah, he points in the direction of Legolas's indication.
Okay.
Follow the arrows to freedom. This holiday.
This holiday. And then I turn to Legolas and my son now, and I say, "Okay, now that we have this incredible robot working for us, we have to find Santa. We have to free him. We only have 10 minutes. Where is he?"
So maybe can we leave one of your kids here to just keep picking them off as they come up, and the rest
Just
of
leave your kid. No problem.
Hey, damn, hey, maybe, Mama. Mama.
I may be getting over the empty nest syndrome, but no, I'm not ready yet. No.
Wait,
No.
Mama.
We
I
can't
feel
leave
like
the
I feel like I'm now your oldest kid. Maybe one of my brothers or sisters can come with me, and we can coordinate some kind of, spaced out attack or something like that, with like me protecting my new brothers and sisters. Christmas Master, Christmas Snowmaster.
Yeah.
What is the lay of the land? What are we looking at here for a preemptive attack and rescue in this here position we are in?
Well, there's no sight of Santa here. You're in a ductwork. If you want to explore,
Scout ahead. Can I scout ahead?
You can definitely scout ahead.
All right. Mama,
Well,
I
what
promise-
I do is I just
with my new family, that if I could borrow one of your wooden babies in your belly, my brother or sister, we could sneak attack and bond as we go, and I will be a big brother.
Sneak attack and
and I
bomb.
just say, "There is no one else I would trust more, my son. Meet your newest little brother." And I just like knock, like, "Bob,
Hey,
Bob, wake up." He naps sometimes, and he just finished with his nap. Hold on.
all
And
right.
Bob is like, so I open,
Bob.
Bumashka opens, and Nushka opens, and Bob is like, "Oh, what? Oh, I needed 5 more minutes, Mama, 5 more minutes. Oh, you're kind of cool." And I just like, Bob just scales GT. He's like, where are we going? Where are we going?
Bob,
Come on. Like
hey.
he's like on like a piggyback.
Hey, Bob.
Yes. Yes.
I'm your older brother, GT Tinselton. Hey,
Hi,
man.
GT. As he starts like tapping his head. Oh, and he like starts to like play with the jaw. Is that what it does?
Oh, man.
Oh, is that what it does?
I can crack some serious nuts, pal. I'll show you when it gets down deep. But listen, I got one last joke for you.
Okay.
Listen to this, Bob. Where do you find vintage nutcrackers? On the internet. Come on, Bob.
Mama, this one is so funny. Can we keep him? And
It's just a guys. We're gonna sneak ahead.
Okay.
As bros, we're gonna bro out.
Okay.
Along.
All right.
I'm ahead of you. And little Bob just like goes up the pipes and just like.
Little
yeah,
Bob.
there's like some parkour going.
Let's go
He's
sailing.
doing like, because it goes down for like another 20 feet and then it starts to go vertical. And he starts to do the parkour, but it's like it's a good distance, like maybe another 30 feet that goes up. But GT and Bob, both in that moment, they get this little feeling that comes over them. Thank you. That you know that you kind of touch your nose, both of them. Like, that's weird. Why would I? And you just, this Christmas magic shoots you up this chute, like Santa shooting up a chimney, and you're like, whoa! And it's the air is like streaming past you, and you see all the like joints and the rivets. Yeah, and Bob's like jumping off the sides, having a great time, and then you like, and you land at the top, and you're like right there looking out at this grate, and you see this is definitely the command room. You see big computer screens. You see all these notes. You see drawings. You see like she's trying to track North Pole. It says North Pole, big question mark. Then it says in air, circled many times, and other things you can't quite see from this vantage point. Looks like you found kind of like her main HQ.
And is anybody there?
No, she's not there.
All right, Bob.
So,
hey, Bob,
yeah.
your mother is not around, so don't tell her I said this, but let's fuck shit up.
Mom does not let me swear. But yes, let's do it.
Hey, it's Christmas. It's a one-time thing. I don't want to hear you repeating that again, but let's just destroy some shit. I'm going to crack stuff all over the place with my nuts. So
little Bob just like, he doesn't say it in English, but he just goes around, and as he's like doing stuff, he goes like, suka blah, suka blah. He's just like,
hey, suka blah.
Russian.
Suka blah, my buddy Bob. Let's go and just break stuff. All right? We're boys. Let's
all right,
break
so you
stuff.
just like, you push the grate down, and you were in this space, and now you kind of look around, you have a little bit better vantage point. There's like this really out of place poster of this like pretty sailboat on the ocean, which is really random. But the rest is all these like obsessive crazy person notes about Santa, and all these maps where you're like, you could tell she's looking for the North Pole but can't find it. She's like scoured the whole like northern hemisphere, and there's just like nothing, all these regions that are all scratched out, and you see designs for her plane and capturing, and then you find these other diagrams that look like these contraptions for siphoning Christmas magic from Santa Claus. And yeah, what would you like to do?
Oh boy. I mean, you know what? If I was a human, Bob, again, don't tell your mother this, I would take a big turd on this thing, what we're seeing about siphoning Christmas magic, because that is a big no-no. One of the big no-nos in this no-no world. And find the North Pole. I mean, come on, find the North Pole. You can't find it with a map. Are you kidding me, man? It just, you got to find it. It's imagination, okay? It's I believe. That's what it is. If you believe it, you can find it, but you can't find it with, what is she talking about? All right, this is some serious intel, Bob. Listen, Bob, when I was in the Nutcracker, right, I was a Nutcracker soldier. I was a Nutcracker soldier. I told an inappropriate joke and I got kicked off, okay? I almost want to tell you
What
this,
was the
but I
joke?
don't want to tell you this. But I was kicked out of the Nutcracker suite, okay? I took
I
it a
won't
little
tell
too
Mom.
seriously with some intel. And my point is, I know these tactics, Bob. We can do this. Let's rearrange stuff. Let's switch, combobulate it and discombobulate it and do some stuff. All right? Intel, find anything you want and then do anything you want. Puke on it, poop on it, anything. Let's mess stuff up. If you feel any contraptions for these spiders, let's do some stuff.
So
And
while
little
they're
Bob just like
doing
gets
that-
more and more excited, and he just like lifts up his little like wooden hand for a high five. He can only extend it so far. He just goes, "You're the best brother I've ever had."
No problem, man. Little man, I'm giving you permission to destroy.
High five, but high five me first.
I'm going to high five you all day long.
Yes, I love you, brother. And he just like starts running around and just like
It's like
doing
going,
his thing.
going fucking
He's like,
crazy.
"This is the best day ever."
I love this like this montage of Bob just like, you know, from that perspective we're right in front and he's like like running all over, just bashing things. Are you actually looking
Just
for
like
things
some,
or are you just
like, fun
destroying
classical
stuff?
music.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Well, we're trying to like. I would imagine if there's like knobs and controls and whatnot.
Yeah, there's
like Bob
all
is just like.
there's all kinds of stuff here. Yeah.
Bob, hey, look for the spiders. Look for Very is on the spider thing. Look for anything with the control of those creatures and help a friend out.
Roll an
Got it,
investigation check for Bob.
Bob,
Okay.
Bob,
Мне
do it, Bob.
нужно, Bob.
That's
Garage keys.
10.
Nice garage keys.
10. So there are a lot of computer systems in here. This person looks like you just like dropped into elite hacker headquarters. They're like no shorter than like the 8 different keyboards and these different stations and these huge monitors and tons of notes all over the place. With that roll, you don't find the control mechanism for the robots, but you do find something. There's this whole dedicated area to this rocket that seems to be built into and hidden inside of this mountain. And Bob runs over and is like running over the keys, and you see like how the robot that Viri is on, they all feed into this rocket, and this rocket's supposed to like launch and go and distribute these robots across the world, and that is in here. And you see that there are systems you can control this rocket if you want. And Bob sees that as he's running around over the keyboard.
Hey, Bob, what do you see? Hey, Bob.
Oh, big brother, you may want to come and see this real quick.
All right, let me, as a quasi adult, let me check it out for safety.
Doom.
Look at this
8
big.
minutes.
Oh no!
8 minutes.
Look, brother!
Well,
Big
look at
rocket.
this.
They're going inside, and it looks like they're going to be distributed all over the world. Can we blow it up? Can we blow up the rocket?
Well, the last time I did any reading was a long time ago, but as far as I can tell, I think you are right, little Bob. They plan on distributing these little monstrosities to wreck the spirit of our Christmas day. So, what do
Mama
we?
won't be happy.
Can you do any programming? You're a little one in an age of this technological, logical thing. Hey, by the way, I'm getting there. I just found out what an email is. So
Email?
I could probably help you here, my little Bob friend.
You don't know what email? Oh, brother, you have so much.
Well, listen,
I'm so glad Mom adopted you. You're going to learn a lot. Okay.
Okay, so what are we gonna do here? You gotta guide me through the electronical situation here. It's not my forte, but if you're saying that this thing is what launches the thing to destroy the thing, then we have to do a thing, Bob.
And Bob is like listening to him like, Okay, Bob has spent in his years in Santa's workshop, he spent a lot of time on Reddit 4chan, sometimes the dark web.
Oh.
This boy knows his way around the internet.
He's like, okay.
So when he says when you know, GT mentions the email, Bob is like, that's an achievement. Oh, give me that. Yes. Good job, internet. Email. Remember internet. Remember the email, and maybe you can help me. But just, I'll tell you when to press one button, okay? And he like rolls up his sleeves and just goes like on the keyboard, just like tap 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 tap, and tries to program this thing.
All right, just roll a d20. We're going to call this kind of an investigation because you're going to try to be, it's kind of a hacker check, right? You're going to be trying to fight the systems and see if you can get past firewalls and past other security.
Okay, that was an 8.
An 8.
I'm gonna aid Bob, my little brother, in inspiration of just big brotherness.
Great. While doing this, you feel really good inside, but it doesn't do anything for the roll. So as you're doing it, you're like,
just
like,
feeling good.
It's like the system seems like it's too smart, and after trying for a moment, it's like, doom, 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 doom. All the screens start to go dark.
Mommy?
And
I'm gonna try real quick in an attempt to just bang my hands on the keyboard in dumb luck. I'm gonna try.
All right, I'll tell you what. As it's shutting down, I want you to roll your percentage dice and tell me what you get.
I don't even roll those during our D&D game. Holy cow.
This is essentially like a divine intervention.
99, 99, 99.
All right, here we go. Come on now. Come on now. All right, someone guess either purple or crystal. Tell me what's first.
Always crystal.
All right, crystal first.
I was thinking purple.
Come on. Come on, Leg of the Lassie.
Purple.
Purple.
That doesn't work too well. Damn, I'm back to not liking myself. That is a straight up 12.
I tell you what, I'm gonna let you roll again on the purple, thanks to our friend.
Oh wait,
Vidiri.
Can I do my Christmas spirit thing? Okay.
Yeah. No. Well, this is just because, essentially, I forgot we had this whole thing that we released on Instagram and Twitter, which I don't know why I just completely forgot about until right now. That gives like advantage and disadvantage and divine intervention due to certain levels of donation.
And we hit those.
And I'm gonna say we hit those. So
we did it.
I'm gonna say actually, thanks to Vidiri's huge donation, massive donation for the kids. Roll and tell me what you got.
All right, I did. And I stuck to Lego Lass's recommendation of crystal, and I got, for the love of children and Vidiri, I got an 82.
And 82 was the exact number you needed. As you go down and you're like,
I just got a 1982.
You see the screen starts to go down, and then it freezes, and then it glitches, and it's like,
hold on. I just got to show everybody, just making sure, even though this is Christmas, we ain't making this stuff up.
No, I mean,
we can't see the white part, but I trust you on that.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah.
Totally trust you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, you see it?
That's a 9.
Yes, I see the lint.
Dude, I mean, lint roller or something
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it.
Totally see that.
All right.
I see it. Wow,
All right.
And
The screen glitches, and as if you had found the hidden Easter egg in this old Atari game, you found this back door that you've passed that little gem through, and suddenly it's like, and you see this one screen. Everything else is dark. Everything else is shut down, and even lights are like starting to go dark in here. And you see there are these sensors and these kind of like gun turrets that are lowering behind you, but you focus all of that out, and everything gets quiet as you see this interface, and the rocket and all of the droids are at your disposal, and you can see it's like it's glitching. You don't have much time. There are several commands on this screen. You can launch rocket. You can disable rocket. You can load droids. You can disable droids. You can enact anti-Christmas protocol. Those are the choices on the screen. You have about 5 seconds.
I just started
4
laughing.
seconds.
Bob, should I make them kiss each other?
3 seconds.
Disable.
Disable
Disable the anti-Christmas.
Okay. I don't think that was a choice, but
You can disable the droids.
you disable the droids and the
Christmas
rocket.
thing.
All right,
What was it again?
we'll say you can. All right, pause my countdown. You can disable the rocket. You can disable the droids,
No.
or you can enact anti-Christmas.
Oh, I thought it meant like take away anti.
1 second left.
Disable droids. For $100, Alec. Disable droids.
Is that your final answer? And with that, you're like, oh shit, and you hit disable droids. And Viri, you watch as you're leading them up to get destroyed. We cut back to you, and there's this growing pile of broken robots as you're leading them up, and your bombardier friend from Romashka is just blowing them up. All of a sudden, they're like,
This is it.
bring another one!
And as she's like playing with one hand, like
Yeah. Boom! And at that point, they all like.
and she changes the song with every bomb. It's like shout through the heart, and then it's my life. She like,
Run
just, like,
through
throws them
the hills.
I love it. I love it. But your droid is still operational. But everyone else, all the other droids are shut down.
Bob, what did I
Who's
do?
droid?
GT, you and Bob, you're like, yeah, and you high five, and Bob's like, boom, like this at the same time.
You're the command V to my command C. I love you, brother.
Lasers start firing from the corner. They hit both of you. Actually, wait. It hits GT and it misses. Natural one on Bob. Bob's like, oh shit. Woo. Does like some parkour moves. Like, but GT, you're like, what's
He like
going
starts
on?
to cry for a second.
What's happening here?
And you suffer
He's like freaking out for a second. Bob is like
3 points. 3 points of damage on that.
no.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my
Bob?
D8 for those. No, just for GT. Bob is missed.
Oh.
What are you doing as they're starting to refocus on you? Actually, we're gonna.
Ow, man! I'm gonna take.
Actually,
out a
hold
huge-
that. Hold that. Legolas, Viri. We've been away from you both for a while. What are you doing?
Well, they all just stopped, right?
Mm-hmm. The droids are stopped except for Viri's.
Barry! We gotta get you up here somehow, buddy, but I don't know how. You can't fit, right? Is that the problem why you couldn't get up at the first time?
Some holes are too small for big ideas.
Oh, just
But
wait.
When a
And
hole is
what-
too small, a door is just right.
And he walks towards the door that those robots came out of.
Oh.
Awesome.
right.
And Viri, you take another 2 points of damage as you've been in this thing, and it pulls from you again as you feel it's getting a little bit low. It pulls in another 2 points, and it's painful.
He has half of my hit points, which is 25, so you can draw from them.
Yeah, so you are kind of supercharged right now because
Right.
GT gave you half his hit points.
But I still feel it.
You still feel it, yeah. It's uncomfortable. It's
feel
like
it,
it's like a
yeah.
bit of your soul being pulled out. It's different. It's different than being damaged because this is siphoning off Christmas magic, and it really is like your soul being poured out. It hurts. All right, so that door,
All I
Viri, is
need
open.
for
If
Christmas is you.
great, we have to pay Mariah Carey like $1 million now.
Right. No, I changed the word. It's okay. Everything is fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Look away. Look away. All right. But if you walk through that door, you see there's basically an elevator right there. Legolas, what are you doing?
Well, I'm like, okay, I run towards the rest of the hallway where GT went, and I say, follow me. And I hope that Ramushka's daughters and Ramushka come with me, but I just run up to go see, because it's been a while. I'm going to see what GT has been doing along with Bob.
Okay, so yeah, and funny that you scratch your nose at that moment. You get to the bottom, you're like, whoa, that's a whole, and you shoot up. You're like, oh my god! You start reforming, like in the ride up and like form into a rocket. It's like, and arrive at the top, and you see that they're there. There's laser fire.
Is Romashka there with them? Did Romashka go as well?
Did you want Romashka want to go as well?
Yeah.
Or you could go with Viri. You can kind of go with Viri, or you can go with Legolas.
Well, Viri is alone, right? So I'll stay. Yeah. I'll stay with Viri.
All right. I'll say you like hop up on like Viri's robotic shoulder. Yeah.
Definitely.
And you're riding next to Viri strapped on the front of this droid. It goes in, and there is this like large lift. It's a big platform. It's like a 25 by 25 big lift, and you can see they're just like standard buttons for which levels that you want. You quickly decipher there's basically kind of like the command center, and then there is the chamber. It just says chamber, which seems to be the top. Where would you like to go? Which button are you pushing?
I think
The choice is yours.
Don't make me choose.
Romashka. Which one?
Chamber. Let's just do it.
Adin. So, reach out. You guys start raising up. GT, you and Bob. Here comes another blast. Tell me what you're doing. The first one's at Bob. Misses. Second one misses. You're dancing around now as lasers are shooting down. They're up at
one or two.
Two. They're mounted up in the corners.
Dude, you just shot. I'm just gonna be like, you just tried to kill a child.
You just tried to kill my brother, and I get so mad.
I'm not messing around. I take a walnut. I take a walnut out of my satchel.
Giving heavy artillery.
I want to crunch this nut. I want to break it down and crush a nut, because that's what I do, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to put a walnut in my mouth like a chipmunk, and I'm just going to inhale as much as I can and then
boom. Okay. All right. Roll. Roll an attack.
What a great image, Peter. That was what a hell of an image.
And what little Bob is doing, he's kind of doing the Quicksilver thing, where like he's literally moving at a speed of light towards these things, kind of like probably like dodging them as he goes. My goal is to go to them and like disable them and like pull wires.
Romashka, that's so cool, because Bob has unlocked another special Christmas magic. As you see, JT's like, boom, and the giant walnut starts to leave his mouth. It slows and slows. It almost looks frozen as Bob's like, oh yeah, and starts, and the laser's like, and they're frozen in midair, and he's like, runs up on the wall, does a little flip because it's cool, and keeps running. And launches. You've unlocked time
There's like
slow.
all the cool gang signs he's learned from American culture. He's
Yeah, he's like,
damn.
I'm gonna end you, punk. And like, runs up, lands on the gun that's on this turret that's dropped down out of the ceiling. Roll an attack. At advantage, because I mean time is slowed. You've used Christmas magic to take this down.
Okay. On advantage, so I got 11 and 17. That is 28.
28, just like.
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
He's just like,
Combine
just pulls out the cable. It's like, and as he pulls it out, he's like kind of turns in that pose, and all the sparks light him up, and he just looks like fucking hero. As it's like, and it's
He's like, best day ever! And then he like goes to like touch the wire just to like feel super cool. And like, ow, ow, ow.
Ow, okay. Too
And
much,
like,
too
still
much.
smiles.
Yeah.
Too much, ow,
But then his
ow.
hair is like a mohawk, and he's like, he sees himself. And
Yeah.
he's like,
It's like,
Yeah!
by the way, any of these that unlock, so you've unlocked caroling and you've unlocked time slow, they remain unlocked. So if you want to use them, let me know. There are rules that I'll roll here. If using them, I roll behind the scenes. I'll let you know if they work or not. GT, what did you get for your attack?
Man, I just fire it, but I see Bob in action, and I get nervous again and down on myself. I rolled an 8.
8. Yeah. So you've never actually tried to fire an entire walnut, right?
No,
You know,
I just usually crack that
GT,
shit.
you know the procedure. You crack it, you get that brainy looking goodness of the walnut inside, and you
wanna
fired
eat it.
that. Yeah, but you fired the whole thing, and you just couldn't get that proper seal with your wood lips around this walnut, and
just
it's
can't
like,
do
you know, you're like, you didn't get that seal, so it just kind of plop, 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 and as the one you hear over your shoulder, that whole thing explodes behind you. Oh, it just nails you. You miss, and it's like, boom, blows you for 8 points of damage as it just like a chunk of a wood just flies off, burning as it sizzles off into the darkness.
No!
and I so I get up, I think right around this time, and
Yeah.
all I see is like utter chaos. Like
Yeah.
Bob has a mohawk. He just like exploded with bits of walnut all over his face, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? Did you find the lady? Did she blow you up? What's going on? What's going on?
Legolas,
What?
you gotta kill these lasers, gal. You
Yeah.
gotta crush this stuff.
And Legolas, as you say that, a bolt like blows right at your feet, just missing you.
Oh.
What are you
All right.
doing?
All right, I
Ding.
send all 5 of my men, and
3
they just go,
minutes till Santa de Majestation. Just made that
No,
up.
no, because
3 minutes. I don't know if that's even a word, baby. I don't even care. It's crazy tonight.
We've gotta save Santa.
We got to save Santa, baby. It's all we're doing.
Come on, baby.
Come on,
Where's
baby.
the
Yeah,
laser?
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Sorry.
Where's the laser right now?
It is up in the corner on the right hand corner, the opposite side of the room for where Bob is on the now dead laser.
All right, so one by one, all 5 of my minion little archers go on a kind of like a bridge that I'm building towards the laser so they can get really close and get a
Okay.
great shot. And each of them just goes like pew and then jumps back down to safety underneath the bridge, and then another pew.
Okay,
So
cool.
that they're each just going for it.
I love it. So roll a Lego check. And let's see if you can construct it well enough for them to launch off. And then you can roll, if it works, we can roll one roll for their attacks.
That was a 6 on the Lego.
Okay, so you're not comprised of that many Lego pieces, right? So you build the bridge. It's no problem. It's just like, it's like a foot of bridge, and this thing's like 20 feet away. So they're like, pew. Okay, go ahead and fire. Roll an attack for your archers.
Okay, the first one gets a 4.
Okay,
right.
that
The
misses.
second one gets a 15.
Okay, that one hits.
Ooh. Okay.
So one hit,
The third one gets a 4.
miss,
The fourth one gets an 11.
miss.
The last one gets a 13.
Okay, miss. So you got 1 point of damage from one of
All
the
right.
minute Lego arrows. Pew. Shoo, ding,
This
ding.
isn't working.
Boy.
This isn't working. GT, I think it's time to use our catapult. So I load up,
GT.
like I make a catapult,
Ooh.
and I open it up, and I'm like, pop me with the pistachio, boy!
No, it didn't work for myself, but I'm giving
GT. Boom! You get hit again. 3 points of damage. as it blasts away. It seems like it's stuck targeting on you.
Well, I'm getting the hell out of there, man. I'm gonna.
And Bob is like running.
Before you go.
I gave Legolas, you know, just I can't do it, but I give her one of my big walnuts, and
Okay.
I'm like, my nuts are yours, Legolas. My nuts are yours. Crush.
I'm gonna make the most of them, GT. I promise.
Legolas, roll another Lego check. Let's see how well you can. You've got your catapult regardless, but I want to see how well you've constructed it. This will impact your attack roll.
It's a 5.
Okay. All right.
It's a really primitive catapult.
It's a really
use
primitive
your
catapult.
Christmas- Use your Christmas spirit.
I have too many.
And just to, are Viri and Romashka like? Is this the chamber?
No. So, I'm gonna say that you two are still in that. It's like one of these big, like, you know, like moves airplane sort of things, and it's going. It's really slow, but there's a point where you hear through the door like all this. Oh shit! Build a catapult. Give me your nuts. And you're like, what?
And that's
it's like
literally in the middle of like when Romashka is talking. Romashka is telling a story. She's like, and then when I planted, you know, the squash in the garden, and the kids decided to just rip it from its root. Mama is coming, and she just like, just like runs up.
Well, it's good. There is a door. It's closed, but I'll say you can try to pry it open if you want, or tell Viri to, as they're doing this attack.
Oh well. I mean, I do have Viri, please. I need to get to my children. Can you open the door?
Oh, also, Romashka, there's also like an emergency stop button on the platform if you want to try to hit that, because it's still rising.
I just
the whole
like
time.
hit it with my head, like.
Yeah, like headbutt you, and it comes to a stop. You're like,
There's
whoa.
an emergency button, the red kind. You know, the ones that usually mean stop everything bad. Oh, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
By the way.
And Viri, are you gonna try to open the door for her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? Let's open that door.
All right. So we'll just you can do that. I'm gonna say you have no problem doing that, but we're gonna jump back. Legolas, you've got your thing constructed. You did it really quickly. You know it's not your best build. It's some of your connections are not reinforced. It feels kind of like a 5-year-old Lego build here. You got this giant. He gave you his biggest walnut. You drop his nuts into your catapult basket.
Yeah.
And roll your attack at disadvantage, please. And let's see what happens.
Stop mishandling my nuts.
Well,
I mean, you can't write this shit, people.
Yeah.
This is
it's a 1.
it's a 1. Yeah. So the nut is
Drop my nuts.
so GT's nuts are so big
They're too big.
that you load it in and then you hit fire and it's just like the thing just breaks and his arm goes shoo like that, and then the basket with the giant nut in it is still there, just not taken care of, just abandoned.
Just like lead nuts. They're like so heavy.
Cannonballs. It's
Like just brass nuts on
geez.
this.
This isn't gonna work. We need some kind of a coil.
I gotta go back.
I'm joking.
I gotta go
My
back
own
to
joke.
square one with what I'm good at. Is it my turn?
I don't even know. I don't know. It's a free for all tonight.
Hey, I'm jumping in here.
I didn't
Hey,
even roll
these nuts
initiative.
are getting-
I'm gonna say it's your turn. Yeah, you got it. You got blasted, so it's your turn.
Look, I just look at these lasers and I point down. I said, "D's nuts," and I break out my old special. I pull out my dingle dangles and I put them on my ears right here, my Santa Claus specials, and I go like this to give myself a better focus, just to balance out my calibration in.
Yeah.
And I take out Old Faithful. I pull out a pistachio nuts, and I just crack that pistachio nut, and I just spit out the sides, and I said, choke on this, and I blow that pistachio nut of this laser, and I just said, these nuts.
And little Bob is like,
What's
I
smaller
know,
nuts,
like-
more effective.
Right.
Yeah, they're smaller but
There should have been several nuts.
nimble nuts.
Yes.
Much more nimble nuts.
Dude, I throw my nimble nuts at it.
There you
Oh
go.
my
We
God.
and from this point on, we actually might call you Nimble Nuts. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Right.
I'm
Nimble
picturing emotes,
Hey,
social
it ain't
media
the size
posts.
of the nut
Right,
in the
right.
pot, It's
T-shirts.
the size of
No,
the
yeah.
nut.
Right.
Yeah, T-shirt for sure. You know, look, if you're a nimble nutter,
Right.
you know how to get it done. All right, so
Yeah,
roll your
jock
attack.
straps, underwear.
All right, wait.
Exactly.
Do I get any bonuses with a little calibration? Do I got my
Calibration in.
I'll give you a +2 to it. Go ahead and roll
all right.
with a +2.
I blessed myself in my own love thing. I go like this.
We're
How about
generous.
an 18-teen, which means a dirty 20?
18 teen plus, yeah, I love it. With 20. So the giant nut that you tried to handle before was too big for you,
Too much
and
nut.
it didn't work. Too much nut. Sometimes they're too big.
Could not handle that much nut.
But you pull out
Man.
that pistachio and you crack that outer shell. You know, the kind that there's no seam on this pistachio, and you think at first, like, this is why you
toss
saved
it.
it for so long, right? This is a
Yeah.
worthless pistachio. It didn't crack, didn't give you any way to pry this open. And you're like, you're really super fast, like lightning. Like it's unnatural how fast your mouth crushes on it, but then immediately stops. And the shell just, and for a second it looks like it didn't work, and then it falls and it leaves this perfect pistachio kernel, and you, and everything slows as you all turn with hopeful eyes as it streaks through the air, leaving like a little contrail behind. Such speed, and you see the laser. It's focused right on you. It's gonna blast you. This is gonna be your death, and boom! It hits the nozzle. The whole thing explodes because of Santa magic, and you have disabled it.
Man, your
know
nut
what?
went really far.
My first, I look at my little brother and I just say, little brother, big brother's got you. And I just wipe a tear out of my face and I said, big brother's got you.
And as all
I
of you,
have the best big brother ever.
this moment resonates with each of you as Vera, you pry open the doors, and Romashka, you run in, and you see Bob is up on this disabled laser,
Bob.
and you see just in time for GT to shoot this nut, and more of this Christmas sparks drift to the ground, and you all feel this power of this Christmas cheer swell inside you. You feel the hopes, the dreams, the beliefs of all of the children across the planet. The hope for the future of Christmas is with you. And you hear at that moment, 1 minute till ignition. And you hear somewhere deep in the facility that you've already passed, the generators are getting so loud that the power now is flickering, the lights dimming. As you know, she's drawing everything she can to end Santa. You're at the end. You've got to rush. It's almost over as you all look at each other and you know you're in the final moment.
And
Christmas
Romashka
is in your
goes,
hands.
No, shut it all
caroling.
down.
The caroling, the caroling,
Right, shut it all
the
down.
caroling.
Yes.
Remember the caroling. Do the caroling.
You better not pout. You
Better not shout.
And
Better
Vera,
not cry. I'm telling you why.
you know the
Santa
chamber.
Claus. Yes,
Sorry, your pauses are too beautiful. Go ahead, finish.
is coming to town.
Yes.
It's time again.
Yeah.
You know the chamber is just above where you all are. You feel like you've seen
Right.
the walls kind of creeping in. You know you're almost at the peak of this mountain. What do you do? What do you do? Time is ticking.
I'm singing Bruce
So
Springsteen's
he-
You Better Not Shout.
The caroling
So,
thing.
yeah. Right. right. So
Yeah,
Veery grabs everyone
yeah.
in his giant robot arms, and he bends down and he crouches, and then he says,
Up the chimney we go.
and he jumps up into the air to try and bust through
Oh. Okay.
to the floor above.
Okay. All right. Roll a d20. We're gonna call this a strength check. If you had any stats,
All right.
we would apply it. I'm gonna say this is
He's
so
got
cool.
the love.
You got the love, and I'm gonna
God
say you
bless.
go ahead and add a +5 to this because this is a strong ass robot and this is a cool ass move.
So a +5, you said?
Yeah, +5.
To a you can't see it.
I
It's a
can-
19, baby. It's
Oh,
24. Let's go.
24.
That's
go.
LFG.
So you
Hey, man,
crouch
let's
down
fucking
and then
go.
explode with your robotic legs.
Yes.
And you were gonna
Up
like
the
grab the
chimney.
wall like this, but the last second
Right.
your hands snap together, and you ding, and you pierce like 3 or 4 inches of floor, and then your hands rotate like this, and then and you just see as he just pulls and rips this
Wow.
metal away, and the beams break and bend. You hear as all this metal gets pulled apart, and he's like, and as you make a hole big enough for everybody, you see spins around, the purple hair, the goggles still on for some reason because it's cool. This girl scowls at you. Huh. Thought you'd never make it.
Well, in this world, you've been naughty.
So,
And then Ramasca just goes, "Time for you to go night night, sweetheart." And she takes out that
Oh, I love it.
and again like
I'm gonna say, one by one, you all make your way with Veery's help. You all jump through this hole, and with that Christmas magic swirling in you, you take in this scene. You immediately see there's a cage to the left, and you see all the reindeer in there, like bucking against the bars, trying to get to Santa. You even see like blood on their antlers or near their antlers as they've been trying to like smash it open. And Santa is up there and he's defiant and he's ho ho ho! I knew you'd come, my toys. I knew it. You can't stop Christmas magic. And as that happens, she turns to you and says, well, why don't we just see about that? And I need everybody to roll initiative as the whole atmosphere of the room changes.
my initiative rolls are horrible.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
That's not, that's not what Veery's like specialty. I don't know.
No, exactly. He's a peaceful piece of VR, man.
Yeah.
VR's for peace.
Okay.
The fact that we sit back and like observe,
Right,
you know, like he would
absolutely.
really just kind of.
Right.
Oh, but why do I always roll terrible for my bad people that are supposed to attack y'all? I have the worst initiative for the. Is that too loud, by the way, everybody? It seems like it was a
Is
little
there
loud.
anything?
No,
Can't hear anything.
I don't
Yeah,
hear it.
fifteen.
Oh, you can't hear anything? Oh, sorry.
Oh, it stopped. The Christmas.
There is no
stopped.
music. Yeah.
It's on the wrong channel. How about this?
There we go.
Yes. Yes.
Christmas battle.
Like that.
Christmas battle.
It's like Olympic.
Throw down. Throw down.
No, it's Christmas battle music. All right.
Throw down.
All right. So 15 to 20. Who do we got? Anybody?
I got a 15.
15 for Lego Las. Okay, I've been told it's a little loud. Stand by. It's a little loud for me too, so that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that level. Let me know, KP, how that settles.
That's good.
Okay, 15 for Legolas, 10 to 15. Wow, you guys are screwed. 5 to 10.
8.
8.
There you go.
Okay. 1 to 5.
Man, are we outside yet? Because I need to grab a snowball and snort the shit out of that. I got a 2. I'm relapsing.
Oh my god.
You know, not to limbo under GT, but I've got a 1.
A nat 1?
Nat 1.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And I thought my 4 was terrible, but I'm 3rd in line. This is amazing.
We are very alike. We are very alike.
Very alike. Oh, so by the way, if you're all looking at this stream, let me show you what this person, Vrika, looks like.
You have terrain for tonight?
Not terrain. No, I don't have terrain. But I have an image of the big bad girl. This is Vrika. Yes. She's a hacker. She's a coder. She's really bitter about Christmas for some reason that you might get if you defeat her. That is who you're up against.
I sense her pain. I sense her pain.
She's got pain laced with incredible technology. So,
Very cool goggles.
Dangerous.
yeah, she's got the cool goggles. She's, you know, she's rocking the goggles. So, Vrika,
Yep.
and then
She's
GT,
out in
and
the
then
elements.
Viri. Okay. All right. Lego Las. Okay, I'm going to close her down. I'll bring her back if you want. Lego Las, you are up first as you take in this scene. Again, Santa strapped 15 feet away from you, and you can see these machines around that this kind of contraption you've never seen before. All these diodes stuck to his skin. The Santa suit cut open in places. And what are you going to do?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all 5 of my minions to go after Vrika and just try to shoot her.
$10
First
donation.
of all, because my character has like the ability to send those out while I do something else. Okay, so they're all going after Vrika first of all 5 of them. Right?
Okay.
First guy gets a 16.
That hits.
Second guy gets a 10.
That misses.
Third is a girl, because we're not sexist, gets a 12. Next one's a girl, gets a natural 20, so don't underestimate the girls.
Okay.
And the last one gets a 19, and that prefers to identify as they.
Okay, I like it. All right, so can you roll a d4 for each one of them?
Okay.
Right? For the ones that hit.
Well, how many hit? 3 of them, right?
I'm doing multiple things, so I'm going to say yes.
I think it was 3 of them. All
Yeah.
right. We have a 1. We have a 2. And we have a 1. So that's 4 total.
4 points total. Okay, so
Vrika.
yeah, there you see, she's like, please, as his little Lego minis like.
Yeah.
And
But that's okay. All right.
no, I know. That's only part of your attack.
Mostly to distract Vrika from what I really want to do.
Okay, tell me what you're really doing.
Right. Okay, so learning from my last fiasco, I have taken the wheel that was part of my drawbridge, and I have taken the rope that was part of my drawbridge, and I've learned to create a coil, so my catapult is much, much stronger than it was before. And I am creating all this potential energy, pulling it down, and I whisper to GT, and I say, give me a macadamia nut.
Honey, I can do you one better. I'm giving you a Brazil nut.
Dang.
Throws that Brazil nut right into my catapult, and then I am going full on with this catapult. I'm going straight point blank at Vrika's face,
Oh my god.
and that's a 9. I'm working this catapult out. You know how Legos are? They're kind of clunky at
Hey,
first.
Yeah.
But you have
It's
your
really
Christmas
all about a
spirit.
sound effect.
Don't you have inspiration? Your
You
Christmas
do.
spirit.
You do have inspiration. If you want, you can use it now.
But still,
Roll
this
again.
is the moment. This is the moment. I get an 11.
But you have, hey, you have your love. I gave you the bless, so 1d4 added to that.
I do?
Yeah, you can add that. If you haven't used it, you can add it.
Yep.
Well, so here's what happened. My 1d4 hit my 20, turned it into a 13 and added a 1, which would be a 14.
Oh, 14 misses. So with all of that and channeling, you just realize that your design, your build wasn't right. And you see that the arm snaps as it tries. It just can't handle the weight of this massive and super tough and dense, and the nut nobody wants, and the nut mix and stays at the bottom. No, but the Brazil nut can end it, you know. So you know that your design just has to be better for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I quickly look at Legolas, and I said, I don't know, maybe in another realm, in another dimension, we're better together. And I don't know what that means, but I just say it.
Right now, you're my son. Okay.
Easy. All right. Speaking of
I have to
Romashka,
approve of the lady.
you're up.
Yes. Romashka just looks at this girl, and she looks at Santa and the deer, and she just like gets upset, and she's like, "Little girl, I do not know who hurt you, but let me tell you this: nothing is stronger than a mother's love and the magic of Christmas." And I just like spin, like literally turn into like this blur, and essentially turn into this confused blur. I initiate the confused blur spell.
Oh,
which
I love it.
Releases all three of my children and myself. And Jed, you tell me if all the children can act at the same time.
Yeah, so no, you like unstack really quickly, and in this obviously choreographed move, one by one you start going around and spinning around her feet, and Verika's like watching, and it's getting faster and faster, and the rest of you are watching like, whoa, and they start to blur into this just kind of ring of these nesting dolls spinning around, and I believe she has to make a con save, right? What did I tell you the DC was?
I think it was like 17.
Oh yeah, it's pretty high. Okay, and as she's trying to make sense of it, oh, got an 18, natural 18. Just like
that's fine.
starts to like go cross-eyed a moment, and then snaps out of it, and you see her face just scowls, and her foot just comes out, tries to break, and the spell stops, and you all scatter, and you bring all your babies back to you, and like
Come here.
and recup. And at that moment, Ronashka, Verika looks at you. I'm sorry, do you really think a bunch of toys are gonna be able to stop me? Ridiculous. I've caught the man himself. Do you know Santa is a lie? Do you know there's no Easter bunny? Do you know there's no tooth fairy? Everything we're taught as children is a lie. And she's using her special ability, Contagious Doubts. So, this is a psionic attack. I need all of you to roll. Just roll a d20. You have to get a 15 or higher.
DC is 15.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh. No.
Wow.
Gosh.
What'd you get?
Yeah, so I also rolled a nat 1.
Oh. Okay, so you have that. If you haven't used it already, you do have one reroll you can use.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna use that because I can only be better or exactly the same.
True. I rolled an 11.
Oh.
I rolled a 17 this time.
Okay, that one.
Wow.
That one. You beat it. So
Yeah.
this is 17 points of psionic damage if you didn't beat it. As the lies and the hurtful words eat into you, and you just, no, that's not true. I heard one of the elves talking that Santa and the Tooth Fairy are friends. That can't be true. And
So I only have, essentially Ramashka only has 16 by herself. But within it's 50, right?
yeah, it's 50 total. So if you're combined when it hits, You can distribute them. You can pull anyway from any way that you want.
Hurt your children. Hurt your children.
Yeah.
Hurting moment.
Which one do you want, Ramalishka? Pick one. The other dies.
5.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry. It's getting late. We're getting crazy. And yeah. So she has 2 actions. So that's her first one. Her second one, she pulls out this gun, and it's got this very similar crystal to the one that's in Viri's robotic head. And you can see she's like points it at, let's see, roll a d4, at Legolas, and fires a nat 20. Oh, and you see it just, and instead of like firing a blast at you, you see it shoots out this laser that connects all the way back to the gun, and you're like, and you feel your Christmas magic being drained from you. It's only a 1d8, but it's doubled, but I only rolled a 2, so that's 4 points of damage as you feel your Christmas magic being pulled from you into this gun, which you see there's like an indicator. It's got a little bit, it's trying to fill up, it looks like, on the side. You see. That's Verika's turn. GT, you are up, and Viri, you're up next.
All right, I am low on fumes. I'm just like, hey, man, I'm just kicking it here, and I'm just low, but I'm going after them reindeers, the caged up
nice.
reindeers. And as I pass by Lego Lass, I give her the biggest nut in my sack. It is called the Coco de Mer.
Oh boy.
It is the biggest nut in existence.
Oh God.
And I give it to her.
Give her that nut.
A wallop of a nut. And I said, hey, put this in your catapult. You put this in your lady's satchel. It is my biggest, my almost powerful nut.
Oh, I'm
and it's
sorry,
straight out of
Ryan.
my sack. And you just do good with it. Handle it well. Fondle
Oh my
it
God.
well.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
out. And I
I don't-
chase. I don't understand. We're just talking about nuts. It's a real nut. And I just place it in her catapult. And I run over, straight arms, straight legged. And I go to the reindeer pen that they're all cooped up. And I use my special bite, my
Oh.
special chomp. And I break my reindeers out. My friends on Donner, on Blitzed, on Cupid. And I called them all out, and I said, save Santa. You just better save Santa and help us.
That's awesome. GT, you...
No master. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I have the opportunity to do reactions in real time. So when he does that and he gives me that massive nut from his sack, I immediately form a pickaxe out of my Legos. And without anyone being able to see it, I start chipping away at the same spot in this coconut, just fervently, just like as much as I can.
Just banging that nut out.
Like poking at it, like with this
Nope.
pickaxe.
It's gone too far. Okay.
We raised
yes.
all this money for the kids.
Yeah, we raised money for the kids. We're off the rails, everybody. It's for the kids. It's okay.
No, but I literally am fervently trying to poke a hole in this coconut.
Okay, we're almost at the end of the show. I just want to tell everybody to. I know we have not hit 800 followers. I know we're like 7 away or something, but I'm just gonna say, because we've had some amazing generosity from our fans tonight. If you're here, do not leave until I tell you to, because there might be something special coming up. That's all I'm gonna say.
From Peter.
Holiday spirit.
Peter's got a lot of stuff in his sack.
Peter's got all kinds of stuff in his sack to hand out.
Hey, man.
All right,
Hey,
this music is. I gotta turn down. I can't think
put some
anymore.
Christmas songs on
All
there.
right.
This dog will hunt. This dog
GT,
will
you
hunt.
run over to the cage, and these bars are like adamantium, and they are like some kind of special metal. It doesn't. I mean, there's not even a scratch on them, and you just go and you channel your one special power you can do one time, and crunch down on that metal. You break that lock, and the door swings open, and the deer. I don't know what reindeer sound like. Some of our Canadian friends, Marty, what do reindeer sound like? They've got to have reindeer up in Canada.
There's no reindeer.
They're gonna do something with the lips, I'm gonna imagine.
Keep trying. I enjoy watching you try.
Thank you. And they're just gonna kind of stampede out. They're actually gonna, I'm gonna say that a couple go for Verika. The rest are going straight over to Santa and are gonna try like pulling the probes off. As you now are under a minute, as you're having this battle going on, you can see you're in seconds now, and it is just ticking away. I'm gonna roll a quick attack. That one misses. Nat 20 on that attack from that one, and I'm gonna say that's
yelling as you're doing that. I'm just yelling. I'm
12.
just yelling like on Blitzen, on Vixen, on Common, on Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. And
okay.
all you other get on down the line.
Oh,
All
now
right.
he's censoring himself. Okay.
Yeah, I know
it's
exactly.
The reindeer.
Okay.
It's
all
the
right.
reindeer.
Yeah, because the reindeer are present now. All right. Viri, you're up. GT, great job. And Legolas, you're doing the pickaxe thing. Viri's up, and then we're back to you, Legolas.
Reindeer.
Right. So Viri is in this robot form. He's looking down. You see the eyebrows are furrowed. They're at a 45-degree angle. He's looking down, and he brings his head up, and he says,
The best way to spread holiday cheer is to sing so loud that everyone can hear.
dashing through the snow in the one-horse open sleigh. On the hill we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. All adults. And so now I'm going to use the chorus thing.
Okay, the caroling.
Jingle bells, yes, caroling.
Yes, you're caroling.
Jingle
Okay.
all the way
do?
towards
fun it is to
ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey! Okay, great. I'm gonna roll her. She has a save for it.
Save for the caroling.
No, like it. You see, there's this moment, and I stopped the music when it's turned back, but I'm gonna lower it so it's not too offensively distracting. As you break out in this caroling, there's at first it's just like there's this anger, like no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna. And then you see there's just like this little tear forms in the corner of her eye, and it seems like it gets through, and she's like ah, and she takes roll 3d8 for me.
Okay, dokie.
Actually, I'm sorry, I'm 48 because all four of you sang, so it's a d8 per.
Ooh, do we all get to roll the d8 ourselves?
Sure, I mean if you want to.
We have to.
If all four of us sang, can I add that Anushka, since she's an angel, she came out with that and started singing her like angelic voice because that's part of
amplified.
Yeah.
You know, okay, and she
Yeah.
has like the flap of her wings where she would like I would imagine she would probably
nice.
amplify the sound waves.
Nice.
Oh, I
Did we
love
get-
it.
Dash
Yes.
Did we
through
get-
the snow.
Did we get
Yes.
guitar accompaniment?
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. If you want,
Yes.
yeah, you can.
Right. It's listen, man. We're the Partridge Family. It's
Yeah.
like Russian Partridge Family.
Yeah.
They're the Borscht family.
I'll say I'll say you can get Romashka. You can do 3. The rest of you roll
rolling 3
1d8. Yeah, you roll 3d8. The rest of you roll 1d8.
3d8.
7.
7,
4.
11,
7.
18, plus whatever.
14 total.
14 total.
32.
Yes.
Wow. Well, wait, look at you, math magician. I can even write it down that
It's
fast.
in VR, baby. The numbers are just popping up.
And
Wow.
the
3
first one
dimensions.
she kind of like she can handle, and then the second one, then the third one, it's just coming at her, and she's like, "No, stop it! Music's terrible. Christmas is a lie." And it just hits her. It's terrible. She's in such, you see, inner pain. Great job, Viri. She's looking pretty rough. You see her guard is dropping, her hands are shaking. Legolas, you're up.
Okay. I know that this nut is just too big for my catapult. And I know that this pickaxe is as sharp as the corner of any Lego that ever anybody stepped on. And I have been steadily picking away at this tough coconut. And I hope Snowmaster will allow that as I have been steadily plugging away, I penetrate this huge ass coconut, and out comes all of this coconut water flooding this entire scene more than anybody can handle, and it has immediately short-circuited evil Veriska's whole shebang and possibly created a wave that we are able to ride down because there's a lot of coconut water in this coconut.
This is
Exploded.
like a half cup of the coconut water. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for because this is a stretch. I'm definitely riding the rule of cool tonight, but this is a stretch. This is like it's like a teaspoon of coconut water.
Coconut got a lot of water.
I mean, to a Lego, yes, for sure, that is a flood of coconut.
Yes.
To a nutcracker, to well, anyway, it's for you to know.
However, let's do this. Roll. Do you even have your percentage dice? I think you do. Do you roll your percentage dice? The 10 sided.
Do you even percentage dice?
Do you even percentage dice?
I think I do.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I do.
Okay, roll them and tell me what you get. I'm not gonna tell you what it means, but I'll tell you if you succeed.
All right, I will tell you what I get.
It's not gonna flood because again, it's like a thimble.
Okay,
It's getting smaller every time I talk
80?
about it. You got 80? 83.
83.
Okay, all right. So you had to get above a 75 for it to
All right.
have any effect whatsoever.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna say you are in this coconut bashing frenzy with this Lego pickaxe that you have created. And you really channeled your inner builder. This is the most reinforced, amazing Lego pickaxe ever created.
ever.
And it's like every strike, it's just like you've reinforced every joint and you're just cracking this nut open. And you finally get to that sweet center. And as you pull the pickaxe out, the water goes up and arcs over your head and goes towards the equipment that is holding Santa. Now, it hits, and I'm going to roll my percentage dice, and I'm going to tell you how it's definitely going to hit, and I'm going to tell you how effective this is. Okay, I couldn't get above a 50. If I did, it had no effect. If I got under, it starts to short circuit. I got a 47. Christmas magic is real. These few special drops from this coconut hit where these connections that are attached to Santa and go into this really big piece of equipment right here, which is linked down to these like fusion generators 3 or 2 stories, whatever, down below you. You just see it, boop, land on one connection, and then these big arcing energy waves start lashing out, and suddenly Santa's like, oh, breaks his bonds because whatever was holding him is cut, and he's like, well done, everyone, and rips it off, and he's just like, he's kind of like a fitter Santa. I'm gonna say he's like a little like future healthier Santa. He's been like
Santa.
watching, it's been locked down for Santa. He's been working out.
The Kurt Russell Santa from those Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, so really good job, Legolas. And you see Verika's like, oh shit, this just turned. Santa is going to go right after you, Romashka. You get one turn, and then Santa's gonna go. He got in right behind you.
Okay. All right. So Ramashka is looking at all of this, and she just she's about to like talk to Rika again, and then she hears a little like knock on the inside of her shell, and she just hears Bombashka say, "Mama, can I please?" And Ramashka is like, "Dear, you are ready." And she opens up and she goes, "You start that band. You start it. And you gain all the glory of this world that you can. You do it for the magic of Christmas." And so Bombashka just like comes out in slow motion out of the shell with her guitar and just like steps out toward Rika, and they both look very much alike. Like her hair is like streaked like purple and black, and she looks at Rika and she goes, "You know, why don't you pick on someone your own size? You with all this angst remind me so much of me. So let's talk. What happened? Woohoo! Who was it that hurt you? Who was it that told you that Christmas is not real? Do you see this? Do you see this black leather and all this angstiness that's going on? Do you think I didn't go through the same thing? But let me tell you one thing. I learned that family and faith in what's good is all that matters." And at that moment, she like takes out the guitar and just like amplifies it, and like what's her face? And Anyushka just like comes out behind her. So she like amplifies and like strings down in the most like electronic guitar, Guns N' Roses type of voice. She just goes and she goes, "Everybody with me, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3," and then she goes, "Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born." And so like Anyushka is like
and you can see the waves from the sound like just hitting her, and she's like, no, her goggles crack. It's just to rip them off her face, and she holds up her hand. "No, stop it." Her like device, her holographic device she controls all her robots with, she holds it up, it shorts out and cracks and falls off her hand. No, and it just beats her down and down. You don't have to roll for this because she's hanging on by a thread. As these sound waves batter her, she just crumbles down to the floor in a heaping, crying mess. And Santa steps forward and looks at all of you and, "My toys, I'm so very proud of every one of you. You've saved Christmas. You've saved hopes, dreams. You've saved the children. And now it's time for us to save this poor creature." And Santa reaches down and helps Vrika to her feet. "Vrika, I remember that thing you asked for on Christmas so many years ago. Of course I could not help you dominate the world when you were 8. That is not a good wish, and I'm sorry to call you out in front of all these people. You were on the naughty list for several infractions we don't have to talk about. You've almost caused real tragedy tonight. Christmas magic is real, and we'll help you find it."
And Bombashka just goes and reaches out her hand to Vrika, and she says, "Merry Christmas. If you need a family, I hear there's space in ours."
Hell yeah, we got a mixed family, so it doesn't matter if you're human, nutcracker, or, like egg-shaped lady. It's room in our family.
And Romashka just like pulls up the borscht pot, and she's like, "And all the borscht you can eat, sweetheart. All of it."
And she wipes her eyes and she's like, I just wanted that thing, and then you didn't come. And it was like all the things that people said about Santa weren't true. It was all lies, and but I guess it wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
Hey, it's all right. Even if you don't ever see Santa, it doesn't mean the spirit's dead. I mean, heck, everybody could be Santa. It's just giving from your heart and from your, you know, your goodness. That's all that Santa really is. The gift, you know, is each other. So,
Romashka just like walks
give, right, Mama? Right, Mama?
Yes, my boy. Yes. And she walks up to Vrika and just puts her little hand on her heart and she says, "Do you feel this, sweetheart? Do you feel this right here in the middle of your chest?"
Yes. Yes.
Sweetheart, that is Christmas. You already have it in you. You just needed someone to remind you.
Oh my gosh. This is all so much. Santa, I'm so sorry, and I gotta. She moves over to the console there, and I gotta turn off. And you see there's like robots deactivated. Says rocket. Oh, you've already deactivated the rocket. That's well done. She hits a button. She turns to the rest of you. I've learned.
And Bob is like, "Yeah."
I've learned. Yes, well done.
Yeah, we can clap hands. We're just like, yeah, that's a bro team right there. That's family.
That's
family
what family can do.
Love you, brother.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't more up to the task. Suddenly, the floor opens up from underneath her. She starts dropping, and you hear like, "See you next Christmas," and you hear, and on the monitor you see her slide down. It's like shoot into the rocket. The door shuts, and the rocket goes up into the sky, and Santa's like, "Ho, ho, ho. I saw that coming, but I see it all the time. Don't worry about it. Look, we've got some repairs to do to get this Christmas back on track. She's done for a year. Who's with me? You all did fantastically."
Wait, Barry, you got a saying for this?
Stay tuned for the sequel.
Exactly. Come on.
And Romashka just goes,
Santa.
"Santa, you know I'm always ready to help with my entire now big family. We're going to help, but you old man, you look quite skinny. Time to eat." She drops the borscht like plump.
Borscht, my absolute favorite.
But
I tell you what,
course.
we'll take her jet, and we'll do this in half the time tonight, and then we'll party back at the North Pole. Come on, everyone. And
Wait, hey, Santa.
Yeah,
Santa.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
just, for this effort
GT.
and stuff like that, I've got a couple of restraining orders against me. And
I recognize you instantly.
Well,
consider them forgotten, GT.
Damn, I just feel so good tonight. Maybe I could, construct some kind of nutcracker suite at the North Pole, because I tell you, Lincoln Center at New York City, they just don't like me.
Well, I tell you what, I stay away from those places, of course.
Yeah.
But the rest of you, yes, all of you out there, the ones that made tonight a magical special night for the children who are hurting in this world of ours, thank you. And while we didn't make 800 followers, we don't care. Your generosity
$800
warms our heart, and so we give our giveaway regardless. If you are present, enter Santa in the chat only once, and you'll be entered to win a special prize that I now know about. It is a t-shirt, a sticker, a mug, a cool-ass dice box. You don't want to miss out. Enter Santa in the chat now.
or borscht.
Or
get
borscht.
in mail.
No, don't do borscht. Do Santa. But
Don't do
Or
borscht
nuts.
because no one can spell that.
borscht.
You can try borscht.
Do your best. Do your best, comrades.
It's
Товарищ.
so good.
Очень хорошо.
Yes.
Okay.
Gabby like knows what that meant. She's like,
Yeah, it was so good. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, so
Wow,
you all
yeah.
okay, so well done. Excellent job, y'all. That was super fun.
Right.
This was
Take it
just
personal.
a fun little thing thrown together for Christmas. We wanted to give back not only to just our amazing community. You all support us every episode. It's been growing. Your support means everything to us, and we absolutely love you all for it. And we wanted to give back to the world at large. You know, 2020 all kicked us in the nuts, GT, as you can account for. But we are not down. We are not out. It is not over. You can have.
There's always more nuts.
There are tons of nuts.
You can be like Bob and just dodge the nuts cinematically as they pass by. And you just get in between all the shots and all the attacks, and you make it out on the other end of
In
2020.
a world that throws nuts at you, you can dodge those nuts. Be like Bob.
Be like Bob.
And as you final couple moments to enter Santa into the chat to be entered to the drawing, and I'm gonna see how many subs and followers we got since the break, because we've definitely, when we add those to the donation, we're well over 800.
oh.
10 more seconds and we're doing the name draw. 10 more seconds, so enter Santa only once. If you've done it, just let it ride. And best of luck to you this Christmas season.
They're not
Exciting.
stream until the new year. I just realized.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be taking a 2-week break. We will be going dark to rest and spend time with our family. And I hope you all do the same. Have a wonderful time. Play some D&D. If you aren't playing D&D right now, play D&D. Find people to play with. Play online.
Therapeutic.
It is so therapeutic. And you know, it puts you in somebody else's head. It teaches empathy. It does amazing things. The world, I know it's a silly thing to say, but the world would be a better place if everybody played D&D. So we actually have a winner.
Love and peace.
I'm hoping I'm going to say this right. It's B Squid. B Squid, you are our winner.
Be squid.
All right.
You know what? You can be anything,
Congrats.
but be a squid, because B Squid is a winner. And congratulations. Reach out to us so that we can get those prizes off to you. Probably not in time for Christmas, but soon.
Nice. Be square or be squid.
Time for the 12th day of Christmas.
Yes. Thank you all for everything. Thank you for an amazing 2020. We'll see you in 2021.
Woo.
Be safe out there, please. Wear a mask, social distance, do all that. Be very, very careful at holiday gatherings if you're doing that. We love you all. And we
Take
want,
care of the other person. Let's look
That's
out
right.
for each other.
Let's
yeah,
look out for each other like we did tonight.
yeah.
Tonight.
Yes.
As this,
Remember
this
what Christmas is about.
Christmas miracle, it really is. Just
Be like
it's-
GT and share your nuts.
Share your nuts.
There are the
Of
nuts
course, we
and
gotta-
dodge the nuts.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna end on nuts. Okay, well, anyway, I love you all. Merry
Well, feet, at
Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy everything. Love you all.
Yes.
We'll see you in 2020.
Guys.
All right, everybody.
2021.
Sorry, 2021. What am I?
2021.
Come on.
Don't, we're
2022.
not doing this fucking year over again.
No, we're not doing this year
Hell
over.
no. Hell no.
Oh, and
Groundhog Day.
I got a cool song that plays at the end. So listen, I just accidentally clicked on it. We'll go back there in a second. There's a cool song playing. So listen to our end credits, even though there are no credits. Enjoy. We love you. We'll see you in 2021. Goodbye.
Happy holidays. and bye,
Thanks again
guys.
for everybody.
Merry
Thanks for
Christmas.
doing it for the Oh, another donation just came in, by the way. We are at over 800 before we make our final donation.
That's insane.
Amazing. Oh, so 12 subs and 6 followers since the break. So we're going to donate for each one of those. Just an amazing, incredible job, you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again. Love
What a
you.
miracle.
The slowest goodbye ever, but it's because we love you so much. Goodbye from Rick and
know.
Morty. Happy human holiday.
Happy
I don't want to
holidays.
go.
I know.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas,
Love you
guys.
all.
Like
Merry
David
Christmas.
Stay alive, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Doctor Who. I don't want to go.
I'm on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go. the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Here we go. All right.
Dance, dance,
Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance.
we're gonna
Okay.
dance, dance, dance,
Come on.
dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song.